course it worked. I don't know.
Anyway, so yeah, we're pretty much doing our thing, I guess. So this is the first week of the doing stuff as far as like the like combat encounters and whatnot. Doing stuff by pretty much saying, "Hey GM, I want to do the thing. Let me know when you're available."
Neat.
So let's see. We did do a couple of things. None of these are recorded because it's just kind of one of those things that like we could, but at the same time, it is largely. Um, sorry, had to. My headset keeps unplugging itself. Since they're largely just mechanics crunch fests of grinding experience, it really doesn't matter. There was one scene I think where we really like we're after like halfway through, we're like, man, we should have recorded this, but it would have taken way too much effort for all of like 4 minutes of content.
Well, by the time we realized that, we'd already done it, so it's not like we could rewind time.
Yeah. But anyway, so let's see. Uh, so over the course of the week, we got what? Including the last week's, or not last week, the that big fight that we did. Um, let's see. So the party is now aware that Brandon has a keystone and can mega evolve. The party in total got, I think, 9 new Pokemon.
There were quite a few.
Yeah, it's Route 2, despite being so small, has been lucrative to a significant extent. Um, let's see, levels were gained. There are a couple things that are going to come to light right after the scene starts. Yeah, there's really not a whole ton of stuff to recap, I don't think. Um, does anybody else? Sorry, does anybody else have anything to bring up?
No, I don't. I don't believe I have anything to bring up. What about you guys?
No. I'm sure whatever it is, if it's important enough, I'll forget about it and then criticize myself later.
Fair enough.
Everyone who says one of those like, well, last chance, what do you need to do? Anything needs to happen. I'm always like, well, I'm sure there's something, and I don't know what it is.
We'll worry about it later. Oh, and since this is just early and I can just tell the other players to go watch the first 10 minutes of excuse me, of the video. Just as a blanket thing to all players, if Josh and I do not get a detailed thing of what you would like to your character to have, either as role-playing events or kinds of Pokemon you're interested in, or items, or TMs, or any of that, if you don't tell us, tough crap. Because if we have to do shots in the dark, then we're just going to do pretty much whatever makes sense for the game, and then you'll end up just, that'll be what happens. So, get on that shit. And also, these lists are, we don't want them to be a thing that is like a constantly updated thing. Pretty much just like the way we're going to handle it is after the first gym of each GM stint, which is fundamentally like a halfway point or whatever for that term. That's when we're going to try and get all this information gathered up so that, like right now as an example, Josh is getting to spend the time that we're on Route 2. He is building and getting all his stuff set up for Route 3 through Gatian Port. After you guys, say, beat Shangri City, which is the first gem of his term, I'm going to start then planning out how Route 5 and 6 are going to go. Or Route 12 if you guys take Route 12 instead. Doesn't really matter. But the point is, that's how we can start so that we can take steps to actually develop the plot and what kinds of events we're going to be running for this. So, yeah, if you don't let us know, we're just going to do whatever the fuck we want.
Okay.
That's pretty much where that's at. Alright, so, that said, so, day 3 on Route 2. Um, oh, as actually one other thing that needs to be pointed out, Damon has decided that PG-13 game isn't what he wanted to do. So Wodenaz is pretty much at the end of that second day when everybody's like, okay, we're gonna go make camp. Wodenaz pretty much said, well, you guys aren't gonna. If you guys aren't going to keep up with the pace that I wanted to go at, then I'm going to go ahead, and I hope you guys have fun on your journey. And he ends up looking at Wills and says, "If you want Norman back, you can have him. I haven't used him, and he's not what I want for my team."
Yeah, I'll find a good home for him. Don't worry.
And by good home, I mean the GTS.
All right, so Norman ends up getting tossed over to Wills. And so, bam, now Wills is up to currently 6 Pokemon. And so then Wodenaz walks off into the night and pretty much waves y'all goodbye. And that's where we're going to leave that one. Unless you guys want to role play out oh, we're going to miss him.
But I didn't really know him too well.
Even though we've known him for years, apparently.
Pen pals. Not really.
Not really.
Might as well have been a pen pal.
You guys weren't allowed to know him.
Exactly.
I don't know. I was going to say that Rhodes probably invited him along because he's like, hey, we're a bunch of outcasts. You too are an outcast. Let us go together.
I'm not an outcast.
No, he's talking about me and Wills. Or me
Oh, okay. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Well, you're an outcast. You're a Frenchman in the jungle.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That's a stranger in a strange land, not an outcast. That's a very different thing.
Shh. I'm kidding. Anyway, I don't know. Do you guys want to? If you guys want to start with the scene with that, then cool. If not, I can just cut to the next day.
Cut to the next day.
Okay, next day it is. So, excuse me. So, as you guys are traveling along, it's when you're looking at the map, somebody gets all squinty, and you're like, "Oh wait, we should be running into Aquafront Village soon." And
Yes, that place that it was not marked on the map until we got close.
much like Evergreen Village. No, you noticing a trend here? Villages
Nope.
appear when
No
it's
trend at all.
the DM. Anyway, and well, everyone, welcome to Matthew's GMing method. Come up with a vague idea of what's happening. Bullshit it as you go. Maps are the enemy. Anyway, so over the course of most of the day, you just we'll say that that's when a couple of those battles happened. Especially the one from the other night, just giant battle. At this point, there's a couple of people whose Pokemon are either having just recovered due to the 8-hour rest and are at a quarter health, or they are pretty well beat up. I think, at least I believe that a lot of the trainer Pokemon were pretty well beat up. I know Mab was like 2 feet in the grave. She just had to sit down.
Nero was pretty bad.
Nero was flat out unconscious.
That's pretty bad.
So
Anyway.
was Scout. Yeah, poor Scout.
Anyway, so what were you saying, Josh?
Same with Scout. Poor Scout.
Yep. Which on that note, is Scout going to be on your hat?
Considering the things that are going on with Scout, no, he's not on my hat.
Oh, I was going to work that into it.
Okay.
So it's up to you.
Nah, he's not on my hat right now. Rhodes is letting him take a very long rest, considering the kicking to the face he took.
Yep. Scout ate a double kick.
To the face.
It was not beautiful. It was in fact kind of messy. Anyway, so we'll just go ahead and say then.
Beautiful.
Oh, It was not beautiful. There was no elegance there. It was just got kicked twice in the face, kind of fell over, started drooling. Twitch,
Especially when
twitch.
it was done by a elegant lotus Pokemon.
That one was just harsh and brutal. It's just like, no, I'm kicking you. Die.
I might look like a sacred lotus, but yeah, no, you're dead.
Sacred
Welcome to
Lotus
hell.
stance.
Yeah.
Pow. Anyway, just moving forward. Anyway, so you guys get to Aquafont Village, and it's a pretty straightforward place. Bam, map change. Ignore the fact that it says sample upside down.
Oh my!
So you guys end up coming in from the lower right. I had tried to mirror this going from left to right. It just didn't work. Yeah, so you guys are coming in from this road down here. And wow, roads is huge. Like you're looking off on the left. There's like a watermill over here. These are just people's houses and stuff. And there's stone bridge that crosses. It's not the river itself. It's just like a little stream or creek or whatever that just feeds into it. The river is in fact off to the east of you. So it's flowing this way. But as you guys are walking in, you end up seeing that there's a little elementary school over here on the right side. You see that there's a whole bunch of Yakarf and another fairly red Pokemon there with looks like small silvery metal horns and whatnot.
Scan it.
Up at this ranch. Okay, so you're gonna go walk over there just to make sure that you can get
Well,
it.
yeah. If it's a
Okay.
new Pokemon I haven't seen, you better believe I'm gonna scan it.
Okay, it is named Smackid, like smack and ID at the end.
Got it.
I shall also scan the thing.
Okay, I'm bringing up its info now. But anyway, it's this is obviously they're doing some ranch work with these things. Smackid tend to live in large groups and will most often be found butting heads with one another. Even young Smackids can smash boulders with their horns.
Scary.
But yeah, their horns are very obviously actually made out of metal.
Yeah. Rhodes looks at the Pokedex and is like, what an interesting typing.
Yep, it is fighting steel. What is this? Oh dear.
What's an oh dear?
Adam is sending me pictures again. Shuckle venting poisonous fumes out of some of his holes.
Here, Rhodes will be our party marker for the moment.
Okay. But yeah, you see
All are one in roads.
I am a world religion.
Oh dear.
Are you trying to found a world religion or something?
No, he's not trying to, but let's face it, I don't think Jesus did either.
Okay.
Some Life of Brian stuff going on here.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so, so aside from scanning the Smackids, are you guys going to be doing anything over here with the ranch?
I don't see any particular reason to.
I
mean-
was gonna ask him, are they just like, does it look like a business or just farmers?
Looks like a family thing, like a little bit of both. Generally they seem to be like kind of raising just both species and like I don't know, just by observing, unless you're gonna ask.
If I saw someone, I was going to, but if they're in the house, I'm not gonna worry about it.
Yeah, there's somebody out there who's like say dumping feed or whatever, and for the Yakarf it's like bags of gravel with like the clippings from the lawn. It's like, well, we tend to not like sell any of them off or anything because all that much, but you know, we the I mean, we do on occasion. We tend to try and keep about 10 to 15 of each. But that's pretty much the extent of it. We just kind of make do by using some of the older ones to help with moving things around the town.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good work that keeps you busy most days.
Kyrus shies away slightly from the steel types. Speaking of which, are there any poison types that aren't mine within 15 meters?
No.
I kind of figured. I can detect poison types now.
Yes. It's like I smell burritos.
Exactly. Poison smells like burritos. How did you know that? Like delicious, delicious burritos.
Well, because half of the poison attacks are gas, so I figured they just eat way too much Taco Bell.
No, that would not be a delicious burrito. That's a different thing.
Shush. You're mocking my addiction. You'll work there for a few years and you'll never, ever be whole without more burritos.
You mean that you don't need Taco Bell to be addicted to burritos? Just saying. Anyway, so Josh is apparently going back to typing. But yeah, I mean, unless one of you guys can like offer to help or whatnot, there's really not much else to do at the ranch there.
Yeah. No.
I'm interested in heading to the Pokemon Mart myself and to the Pokemon Center.
Okay, so the Pokemon Center is pretty much just like the rest of them. This one's just round instead. There are a lot of
I thought most of them are round.
Smash the pots.
There might be valuable rupees inside.
Well, it's only funny because literally in my random music playlist I'm playing, it's now playing the Legend of Zelda Lost Woods theme.
Oh, good. Excellent.
Bad roads. Bad. Go back to your room. And your Furret plushie.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the Pokemon Center.
Okay.
My Pokemon do need some R&R, so I shall also head in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Boop.
So
We'll put roads over the Pokemon Center to show everyone's inside.
yep, we'll just say that like everybody's Pokemon get healed up. I know that there were a couple of things that wanted addressed with the GTS.
Yep.
So on that note, we can just slam some of those out really quick.
Yes.
Um,
Dear Sir or Madame, I found you the karate-kicking Lotus Pokemon you were looking for.
Yep. It was a bitch to catch. And by
Yes.
that, I mean my friend got his ass beat.
Yes.
So, on that note, if everybody...
I should mention, like, he's writing it in, like, a letter with, like, an ink pen. My dear friend, cross out, friend, cross out, acquaintance, cross out, associate, scout, was kicked in the face while...
Anyway, if everybody looks just above Kyrus's journal in the little journal section, you will see the shuttle that the in-computer Lolitus is being traded for. I've already just rolled all of its crap up.
Oh, cool.
You, sir, lucked out so damn hard.
I did. Holy shit.
You got Hardy Nature, plus hit points,
Yeah.
minus to attack. Its
Nice.
attack is already a 1. It can't go any lower.
And it will never go any higher.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Shuckle in the house.
So Lolitus 1 is now deleted. Shuckle is now in your bank. Figure. So I know that you wanted to do some switching of things around. So go ahead and go figure out what you're wanting to do there.
Yeah, I'm thinking that through right now. I just want to make sure I know which moves this Shuckle actually has. Are all the moves you listed on there ones it already knows?
Yeah, that is what it knows
Okay.
by level 12. You're gonna have to fill out the information.
Yeah, I'll fill. Yeah, I can do that. Okay.
So, in light of this, Rhodes is going to go to the Pokemart and inquire about collars and name tags for Pokemon.
Okay.
We remember the plan. Boop, over Rhodes goes. How much would it cost him for one of these things? Wing it! Wing it!
Fucking $15, I guess. I don't know.
Cool,
It's a
done.
collar. It's not gonna be that expensive.
Yes, it is a collar that says friendship.
So it'd be 150
Oh.
Pokédollars.
150
It says friendship.
Okay. Right. And then he heads back to the Pokemon Center with friendship in tow. And we shall do as we discussed. Rhodes basically writes a letter, flips it into the collar's badge, and then sits with the little Mahatsuki and lets it pick its new home.
Hold on a second. Why? What?
You didn't talk about this?
No. Hold on a second. Hold on, Adam. You're gonna want to pick a different name for that. That was supposed to say male, not female.
I asked for a female one specifically when I asked for the trade in the first place.
Why?
Because I wanted to breed more of them. I mean, if that's what it is, it's what it is. I mean, you're the GM, rule 1. But that's when I asked specifically in the first place, I was looking for female Shuckles. But
Okay, whatever.
Oh, I didn't say why. I said, oh my.
well, what? I can change it. If it needs to be male for some reason, I'll change it. I'm not that wedded to the idea.
No, it's fine. I was just trying to think back to it. I'm like, they've been thinking too much last week. I can't keep track of it. So
Yes.
no, because I remember there were some things where we were like, so this like whatever.
Yeah, the last message I sent to you on
remember-
Sunday was, Matt, I sent the following to Josh, thinking I was sending it to you. So for my peace of mind, am I going to be able to get a female Shuckle? ? Level is fine, gluttony, whatever, blah blah.
Yeah, and that's when I was quiet. And I was like, I know that we had talked about this, and I forgot, and so I had already scrolled back. So yeah, gluttony's on there. The only other thing I should say that needs to get thrown on is the capabilities I have yet to mess with. Oh,
I'll look
look, we
'em up.
have 2 Tims now.
2? Well, why?
Yeah, there's 2 Tims. 2 little exploding Typhlosions down there in the corner.
Can you hear me twice?
No.
No,
Which
only once.
what it means is that your your connection must have like hiccuped or some such. Which, considering your guys' connection the last week, yeah. Okay. Anywho, yeah. So doing. Oh, and Josh, are you in as player right now or GM?
I'm in as player.
Okay. GM, roll 1 die. Well, fuck me. Okay. But okay, so yeah, Rhodes has hit the Mahatsuki like sitting in his lap, and he's like, "Let's see where we can find you a new home." And so that's what is going on there. Brandon is over sitting in front of one of the GTS computers, like looking at a Pokeball and just mulling something over in his head. And eventually he goes and starts looking. Pretty much, there's trading is happening. It's a thing. Oh, also the Mahatsuki apparently has a freaking collar that says for its name is friendship.
That's what it's nicknamed.
Yep. Let's see. Was there anything?
Shuckle has Overland 3 and somehow can jump 1.
Anything with legs, I've noticed, can jump at least a little bit.
Yeah, jump 1. Everything seems to have jump 1.
Yeah.
Unless it's a Mahatsuki, at which point it's like, I can jump across the world!
Yeah, it's like, what, jump 6?
6 meters, yeah.
Yeah. Nimble little shits. Also, hello, Seth.
Wow, sorry I'm late.
Oh,
You're
cool.
not sorry yet.
I have a jump 3. How about that? With dart.
That's your basic trainer.
Me. Okay, sorry. I just kind of jumped in this like, haha, I have a better jump than you.
All trainers have a jump 3. Jump 3, swim 3, underwater 3. We can't burrow, but that's because we don't have
He
something
was
to
talking
burrow.
about dart.
Oh.
Holy shit. Sean can jump 6.
That's horrifying. Oh my god.
Can it?
Yeah.
That's what this says.
Josh, you're not allowed to mess with the capabilities of Pokemon anymore.
No, I'm going to be messing with all the capabilities.
Anyway. Anyway, Seth, as a later thing, just go back later and listen to like the first 10 minutes or so of the video. There were a couple announcements that I put in there.
Right now?
No, not right now, but just later.
Later.
Oh.
Okay. So does Neon have any trading that he plans on doing with? I mean, I imagine not, since he has Licky Licky, Dart, and Santa Baca.
And Leviathan.
Nobody wants a Blublame, I imagine.
No.
Shockingly enough.
You could
I
not
mean,
pay
you
people to
could-
take a Blublame.
I'm
I
sure
imagine-
I could.
Yeah, I imagine you could try.
Sony Blublame.
You might be able to sell it to like a butter factory where they can melt it down, put the fat into the butter.
Just
right,
because
boys.
you don't like Blublame doesn't mean I don't like Blublame.
I'm just trying to think of like some practical reason somebody would pay for a Blublame.
For food, I imagine you can eat what little meat is on it.
But we don't eat Pokemon in this world.
Except for Slowpoke tails.
Apparently, yes.
Magikarps are eaten.
Not in this world.
one.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I've eaten at all the fancy restaurants in Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. The only like actual Pokemon on there, I think, is Slowpoke tail,
Yeah.
and those
Thanks,
grow
Team
back.
Rocket.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, they were amazingly successful apparently, because that caught on worldwide. I guess
Yeah.
those must be delicious.
I would imagine if anything has meat, you can eat it.
It's like
So-
milk. Is this like milking in nipples? I can't remember.
I didn't make a Meet the Fockers reference. Thank you very much.
I did.
I don't know. I think Santo Baca has some rock hard tits.
Oh my. I think this conversation is going no further. I think we're in
Matt-
danger of our PG-13 rating.
Matt, I want to swap out Isabella for now for Renee.
Okay, so Isabella out, Renee in. Okay.
And let's see, I need to keep Jean in. I need to keep Daphne in. And because she's pretty high in XP right now, let's swap out Daphne for Metis.
Okay. Bam.
Done and done. Thank you, sir.
Why is this
Metis,
not
Anthea,
loading?
Aramis, Marie, Jean, and Renee.
Yep.
Okay. So, as I was asking, so are Wills or Neon going to be worried about any trading while they're there at the Pokemon Center?
I'm just gonna put Nimpunda up, but I don't need an answer right away.
I
Okay.
will search and see if there's anything cool that that I can go capture to trade for. If that makes sense. Just
Give me some sort of search criteria.
Reptile.
I'm not compiling that list right now. That's way too much work to do right now.
I can work on it while he's... Yeah.
Okay.
While
I
you're
don't need it immediately, just an idea.
Benefits of a Codiem.
Yay! Delegation. Anyway, so yeah, Adams was pretty straightforward. All right, thank you, Tim. And so many Skype messages.
All of them. Ozzy.
Hey, don't diss my Aussie, okay?
I like the name. What is this friendship thing?
It's a Mahatsuki. It is all part of Rhodes' plan to make friends.
Why are you fucking your Pokemon?
I'm not fucking my Pokemon. He's making friends.
What is Amy? She looks like Princess Rateau from Legend of Zelda.
It's... Dude, like, look at the thing. What is that supposed to be?
It looks like a Sailor Scout.
Then what is it?
A Sailor Scout?
Exactly.
Yeah, they even start with Baton Pass and Swift.
Jesus Christ. What does Kyrus have? This Janine thing.
Jean is a Chrysugly. She's my Slugly that leveled up and is in a Chrysalis.
Oh, cool.
But she's been that for a long time.
Which that does get to one of the other things that I wanted to address while Josh and I multitask into dealing with some of these trades. Oh my goodness, where did it fucking save the thing?
You're not allowed to save.
Anyway, so at one point or another, the not Nurse Joy comes walking over to where Kyrus and Rhodes are, and says, "Can I interrupt you two for a moment?"
Yes, what is...
Of course.
Come with me for just a few minutes.
Okay.
I'm a little worried inside, but I will follow her.
Anyway, so after she leads you behind the desk and off to where they have the tables where they are addressing the Pokemans with the issues, and she points to each of the Pokeball, or to a number of the Pokeballs, and because just through the sake of the plot demands it, and just it's how it works, I guess, in the game. Oh crap! I saved the wrong thing. Fuck. I forgot that it had a little thing. Fuck. Shit. Okay. Problem fixed.
Well, I'm glad. That sounded pretty terrible, whatever it was.
It was just one of those, like, I was about to start making progress towards the wrong thing. So, yay. So when she points to the Pokeballs, she points at Jean and she points at Scout.
Yeah?
She's like, before we put them through the healing machine, you probably should let those two out.
Is something wrong? Kara says with obvious concern, like
she just kind of nods. She says, it's just something quick that we need to make sure it gets addressed before we put them into the healing machine.
well, of course, I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah, he pops open the ball.
Okay, so when Scout comes out as the Sentret, he just kind of like almost immediately starts glowing. And he just kind of turns and he looks at Rhodes and he gives him like two little Sentret thumbs up. And over a couple seconds, well, frankly, the light goes away, and then he is now a furret and is fucking 5 feet long.
Rhodes immediately picks him up and hugs him.
Rhodes, you need a bigger hat.
My shoulders will do just fine. You are the most adorable thing, and I love you.
Anyway, so and Josh, I know that we already addressed all the mechanical things for that. So
Yep, all the bookkeeping has been taken care of in advance.
and then so when Kairos gets around to letting Jean out, so you guys see
And for everyone at the audience at home, we had talked in character a little bit about how we weren't sure what she would evolve into. We had encountered the two different things that Chris Ugly can evolve into, and it didn't seem to be evolving into either of them in the timeline that seemed appropriate, so there was sort of a mystery there.
Yes. And at this point, Chris Ugly's fairly stony brown hide, like she had been getting paler over time. And at this point, it's like she's almost translucent. And okay. So like I said, she's just about translucent at this point, and you see that there's like a small seam. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
A small seam going down that big bulge in the back, and then all the way down the rest of the back. And there's like this loud crack sound as it gives, and right then, as it's opening up, you're seeing like the same evolutionary light coming out.
Yeah.
And pretty much what ends up happening is, I'm about to drop what it evolves into, but you see the wings coming out first, and then it kind of arches back and pulls itself out, and as it's going, the light gets bigger and bigger and bigger until eventually, uploading.
Where's the evolution music?
Yeah. Duh, 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 duh.
Oh, crap. I need to find where I put the PNG version. So this
I can
is
resend it if you need, Matt.
Yeah. I thought I had it somewhere. I can also just edit this one that I've got. It's super quick.
I literally have it right here on the desktop in a folder. So.
Oh yeah, but I would have to go find where it tries to save it on my computer.
Ah, fair enough.
So save. Yeah, I installed a Paint.net, so I can literally just be like,
I love Paint.net.
Bam, magic wand and done.
Yeah, if it's white background especially.
Yeah. Anyway, so she's sitting at about 4 feet tall. And yeah, so there we go.
Kairos is pretty confused. He's never seen this Pokemon before. I kind of look questioningly at Nurse Joy or Nurse Jane or Janet or Nurse whoever it is.
Nurse person.
Nurse person.
Road scans it.
Yeah,
well, I mean, we'll all scan it, but...
Yeah, she just kind of shrugs. What it comes out as is it's called Katsunade. Oh, and Dallin is apparently telling me to yell at you, Seth. Stop making the moment so gamey, bastard.
Too late. I do what I want.
Anyway, so once I can actually get the info to load, my goodness, we're just having problems.
We've gotten a Pokédex virus.
I guess. Katsunade is the ruler of all insect Pokemon. Any bug in her presence bows to her every whim willingly, struck by her beauty. She is a gentle and kind creature, but if you threaten her or her insect followers, she will stand proudly and valiantly to defend them with her insect magic. She is a poison bug type.
Kyra seems suitably impressed, having not expected that.
Yep. So, to Jean's existing move list, add Endure and Acid.
I was going to ask too, Matt. I know that particular Pokemon, if I remember correctly from the list way back in the day, learns at low level Struggle Bug. Did she learn that? Because technically speaking, remember we kind of tweaked the way they evolved. Because in the other one they didn't evolve, and I wasn't sure.
Yeah, and as the Pokedex existed, it was its own standalone thing.
Yeah.
Did it learn Struggle Bug?
At like level 1 or something.
Trying to load it now. Huh. For now, I'll go ahead and say no, but it'll be on its like move tutor list.
Okay.
Oh, and it's also on its TM list, so there's that too.
Yeah, normally it's starting moves or Struggle Bug and Poison Sting.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. A Bug Bite's good later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I'm going to leave Jean out of her ball for a while then, and sort of try to get the what's the word? The measure, I guess, of this new Pokemon, because I'm guessing, given the sort of dramatic change in appearance and what the Pokedex said, probably a fair bit more intelligent, I would think.
Yes. I'm trying to bring up the changes to capabilities now. But much like the rest of my damn computer, it is being slow.
I'll be right back.
No. Stay right where you are.
Okay.
No, it's okay, you can go.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to send you what her new base... here's also her new base stats.
Okay.
That is pre-natures.
Okay.
Oh, and that is not... okay. This is not in the right order. Why did you not... Okay, seriously. Fuck. Dark.
And she has plus HP minus defense.
Drive is not saving things properly. Okay, so just as a heads up, Adam. So your Katsunade has pressure to start. Her high ability is going to be Insect Sovereign.
Pressure. All right. And when a Pokemon evolves, does it lose its other ability?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, and I have her capabilities when you're ready.
I am ready.
Overland 7.
Okay.
Sky 8. Jump 3. Power 3.
Okay.
Intelligence 5.
Okay.
Pac-Mon.
Okay.
And Stealth. What Pac-Mon does is if it is the highest level and the highest evolved form of any of the things that are on its Pac-Monster list,
Which is the Slugly family.
bingo, they defer to her.
Oh, so if we went and ran into some lower level, like Musquidius or whatever, they would just not even attack us, probably.
Exactly. Unless there's something that would be contesting her thing.
Yeah.
Now, the Insect Sovereign ability that she picks up at higher levels is a separate thing from that. What that one is just if there is any Pokemon, any bug type opposing her on the field.
It gets the infatuation condition.
Exactly.
Yeah. And just again to remind me, because this is the only evolution I've had other than like Slugly at level 5 or whatever it was. Do I don't replace any of the spent stat points, right? They stay where they were.
You
Wait.
get all of those level up points refunded.
So I respend them all. All right.
Yep.
I will zero these out and change them.
Yep. And as far as Pokemon known, you still keep owned, I should say.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So right now, Jean is giving you Slugly, Crisugly, and Katsunade. Yeah. Go ahead, Josh. Josh is doing awesome paperwork for me. But let's see.
I got a new token.
Yay! Alright, so I need to go to this thing. That's the wrong button. Sorry, just one moment. And I should have this done. So after the nurse gets that whole thing addressed and whatnot, where your guys' Pokemon have actually gone through their evolution, she just kind of nods and says, "Well, now that that's taken care of, now we can go ahead and put them into the machine. Yeah, just whenever you're ready." Hello?
So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out. So the nurse didn't react at all, because all the people back in Route 1 pretty much said, well, yeah, that slug can turn into these two things, and here's what they do. And no one ever mentioned this, ever.
Rhodes actually kind of stands up next to Kyrus and looks at and pulls out his Pokedex. We might want to talk to someone about this. And he flicks between Katsunade and the Slugly thing, and there's no, like, evolutionary line established between the two.
Yeah. No, I agree. We should try to deduce what's going on.
Deduce.
Yep. But as far as like a reaction out of her, like she seemed fairly impressed that that it evolved into a thing and whatnot. But generally, she's more concerned about like a bunch of the other trainers and whatnot. She just wanted to make sure that your guys' Pokemon got to evolve before they got put into the thing. It's kind of one of those, like, when she thinks about it later.
Wait a second!
That's not how that works.
So are we all over here?
You guys are in the Pokemon Center, yes.
Okay. This is a cool little village. A town. Place.
Mm-hmm. Alright. /GM roll 1d35. Oh dear. Okay. Anyway. So I made you level what? I'm just trying to finish typing out a thing here that I should have done earlier, but I forgot about.
So I have a quick question out of character for because Kyrus and Rhodes at the moment are the only ones that apply to currently. Let's say randomly Kyrus traded the Katsunada away. Would he lose Dex credit for Slugly, Crisugly, and the Katsunade?
Pokedex, no, because he still has scanned them.
Well, no, the
As far as
caught ones.
Pokemon owned, yes.
He'd lose all three.
Yeah. So basically, if you raise your own, they're worth more, effectively, to you.
Yeah.
What's over here? Where we're clicking on the blue.
I don't know. I can't
Just
see past
houses.
the character sheet.
Oh. I'm kind of interested in the Yakar French.
But yeah, we went over there. We scanned a new Pokemon.
Smackid?
Yep.
Yeah, called Smackid. It's a red and metal-like goat Pokemon.
Yep.
Fighting Steel type.
Okay. What is it?
So I imagine we went like over. We came. Where did we start from?
Lower
here.
right corner.
Right here.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
All right. So, okay. So like Kyrus is like Kyrus said, like you guys get to deal with your own figuring of the things out and whatnot. So I'm just gonna kind of gloss over some of the rest of this trading shenanigans here. Because Josh, you and I have already talked about what you ended up getting. There's somebody in one of the newer regions who is pretty much looking for a some sort of Pokemon with thumbs because they're helpful.
They are.
And they're a water trainer, and they offered up what is called a Fennelt. So this is what Josh gets.
It's kind of adorable.
Super adorable.
So friendship
I have a-
leaves.
It's like a shark mixed with a pony.
It is My Little Pony.
Okay.
Yes, you gave Josh that. You gave him that.
I know.
You set yourself up for that.
I'm still, and you know what? We've already made the jokes, and I groaned last time too. But anyway, so the person gets back to you actually in fairly short order, and they're like, "Oh, this will help so much, thanks, etc., etc. You know, I hope that you take good care of Fennel, and I'll take good care of friendship too. And, you know, make sure to keep in touch, etc., whatever."
Of course. You'll hear from me quite a few times.
But anyway, so yes, Neon keeps poking the little horse thing in the eye.
That's super mean, dude.
Yeah, just it's not cool, bro. Stop
I
it.
actually have a picture for it, I believe, that I might substitute.
Fennel?
Yeah, there's some fan art done of it.
Oh, fucking whatever. I don't care. You can deal with that on your own time.
I will. I fully intend to.
Oh wait, who did I send that? Did I send the link to the wrong person? I did. Whatever. Ignore that, Tim.
By the way, Tim, I'm still working on your list. You were...
I am not too worried. I could wait till the next session, so.
Anywho, let's see. Do not put things there, Seth.
That was an accident.
See, you do not put the arrow in the poor pony's butt.
Leave my Fennel alone.
I am
What did he ever do
taking
to
your
you?
pony away. You can't stop playing with Rhodes' pony.
That just sounds dirty.
Anyway, I'm going to delete Wodeness's folder.
You ought to
Wait.
leave.
Wait. Good, don't we get to claim loot?
No.
No,
We joked about this already.
that poor egg with that horrible face.
I love that egg.
It never got to
That's
hatch.
I'd archive the egg just so that we have a token for eggs in the
Yeah.
future.
Oh no, the egg is staying. I mean that I saved that thing for that reason, and so that's where it will live. And goodbye, Wodenaz. Boop. Okay, egg.
Deleted.
Edit. Okay, whatever. And I'm deleting the number of days. Bam! Save changes. Done.
Well, it's the way the Odysseus.
It can live there. Okay, what was the next thing I needed to do?
I just got one of the other lists done.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for Seth stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Actually, I think I should extend Tim's list a little bit more.
Oh,
I
whoops.
get stuffs.
Well, you were looking for Pokemon that were up on offer.
Oh, that's right.
Anyway, ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. This will be pretty quick.
Ooh, nicely done, Matt. That one's a good one. I like it personally.
Okay.
Would this Pokemart randomly have Dusk Balls?
Yeah, apparently.
Did you
Goddamn.
just roll it?
Yeah.
Are any of the more common berries like oran or citrus or any of those available?
Yeah.
I figure
yeah.
if I had to try to heal somebody in combat, they're really effective with Gluttony Shuckle.
Yep.
I remember Licky Licky has an ability with eating berries.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cheek
cheek
pouch. I
pouch.
don't remember
Cheek
what it does.
pouch, that's right.
Is it like he can have a second berry, or he gets the?
It's
I don't
it's
remember.
that when he eats a berry, he gets more effectiveness out of it. He gets extra hit points.
Oh, that's right. He gets hit points no matter what the berry is.
Yes.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, just a flat 15.
Yep. So Oran berry suddenly becomes actually relevant.
Well, in
Except-
Gluttony, yeah, it's weird. Gluttony, you automatically, if you have a held item that is consumable, you automatically consume it, but it's twice as effective.
Yeah, so really good for the stat boosting ones.
Yeah.
As far as giving it to him at the beginning of a fight.
Well, you can still use a berry on a Pokemon in a battle, right? You can take a trainer action to give it to them like you would a potion. I mean,
Yes.
I assume, though I don't know why they would have changed that.
So,
Yeah, what you do for that is the Pokemon has to give up its shift action for that round, and then
To basically
you
catch
give
it.
them the thing. Yeah.
what happens if you give it an orange berry, heals 10 health? Does it still gain an additional 15?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That 15 health from Cheek Pouch is in addition to whatever the berry does.
That's cool. I'm going to have to buy a couple orange berries.
And last question.
They're $90, apparently.
That's
The
not bad.
the voucher we got from Woods, would they accept it here?
It is usable on one item only,
Yes,
Oh.
but yes.
but they accept it.
Yes.
Boop.
Using that for your dust balls?
Dusk Ball.
Yep.
Well, they're 1,000 apiece, aren't they?
Yep. That's basically one free one.
Yeah, almost.
Just about, yeah. You pay for a normal Pokeball and you get a Dust Ball. Which, what I was going to say in the regards of that is, they have all of a whole lot of the whatchamacallits, specialty balls.
Oh, they do. Okay.
But for now, I'll deal with that in a little bit. So Seth, one of the things that you see available for up for trade right now is this thing.
Oh, it's adorable.
It is pretty adorable.
Bloop. I'm going to poke it in the nose.
Now it hates you.
Yep.
What do they want for it?
They aren't being terribly particular.
In other words, they're accepting offers.
Will they take Blame?
No.
Well then, I'm going to run down to the river and see if there's any Pokemon hiding in there.
Well,
I
that's
should
not
imagine Neon like running down, jumping into the river, like, "Hey, Pokemon, where are you? Come on!"
Anyway, close that, bring this up.
Ooh.
The hell is that one? Like,
Actually, this is the shortest distance to the river.
okay. Anyway, and in regards to Will's searchings, there is also one that does come up for your stuff, which I just have to bring up the picture. There it is. You see, this dude is currently available, and they're also they're not being super particular. It's kind of a, hey, what's the best offer you can throw out? It is a steel ghost.
Is that a diving helmet?
Yes, it is.
Tim, it turns into Nautilus.
I know.
Just name it Big Daddy. You'll be fine.
Duh. Anyway, as a heads up, the Larville is a water type. Which is that little thing that just came up for Seth's.
The salamander-looking thing.
Yeah.
Cool. That's an amphibian, not a reptile.
You know what? Blame Josh. He's the one that made
I'm
up the
just
list.
kidding.
It's kind of reptilian looking.
I know.
Hey,
I'm
you
just
know what?
giving him
No,
shit.
no. It's too late. You commented. It is now no longer valid in the list.
What?
You can't have
Ow.
it
Well, shit.
Well, shit.
Well, too late. I already ran down to the river. I'm gonna find one in the river. Screw
No, you're
you.
not.
I don't think they're even
I
from
can
this
promise you
area.
it is not in that river. It's not even from this region.
It's one of the ZC Pokemon that just really got added.
Oh.
Anyway.
I
Yeah.
would totally trade my Nimpunda for that.
Okay. So, one sec. I will. Alright, so what we're gonna do then with this, Tim, is I'm creating the token, and I'm gonna tell you what some of the things are that you get to put onto there. But yeah, they absolutely trade you for the evolved Pokemon for this thing. Wills, there we go. And I'm just gonna send you a link to its stuff. I'm putting on its level and gender and all that.
Actually, I'm going through Tim's types in my head. A Ghost Fire, Ghost Rock, Ghost Poison, Ghost Grass, and now a Ghost Steel. Not
Some
a
good coverage.
Yeah, not a badly rounded team, all things considered.
Yeah. And
Opposed to poison grass, poison water, poison normal, poison flying, poison bug, poison fairy, bug steel, poison bug, water fairy, normal fairy, and bug rock. A lot of fairy in there.
why did my Blizzard launcher just randomly open? No way!
Blizzard wants you to immediately come play their games right now.
Play Hearthstone. Fuck you.
We want all of your money.
Okay, so he's gonna have that, and this, and that, and... sorry, I'm just trying to get Divey there fixed. By the way, that's what it's called. It's called Divey.
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 Ivy.
Divey Jones.
Divey.
That's what I was gonna name it.
Davy
Oh,
Jones.
that's awesome.
Divey Jones.
Davy Jones. Oh my.
I might just name him Jones. If it's a boy.
Is it alright if I Google or look up that little salamander thing to see what he evolves into, or no?
Nope.
Okay.
You know nothing.
I know nothing. I was just curious.
Okay, I'm shooting a message to Tim. What? Tim, why are you not in my recent contacts? What the fuck? There it is. Okay, so there you go. And I have his capabilities in there. You need to fill out his hit points and then I'm sending you.
Okay, so I need to fill out his hit points.
Mhm. Okay, there you go. So that's how the points get split up. Just go plug in information and follow those rules. No, Dallin, I'm not going to play you at Hearthstone. Shut the fuck up. I'm DMing. Also,
Will you play me in Hearthstone?
fuck you.
I don't have it, so don't worry.
Anyway, so I believe that was everybody's stuff so far. Okay.
Did my dad send me anything, by the way?
No.
Okay. Figured as much. Go catch me Pokemon. Okay, Dad.
Yeah.
Send me some food or money, please. Maybe.
What have you done for
my.
me lately?
Huh?
What have you done for me lately, son? Come on.
I haven't sent you a Blubblame yet. I'm working on leveling it up.
It might turn into
Adam?
fertilizer.
Adam, I do have to say, I believe that you will forever be typecast as Neon's disapproving father. Because that voice was perfect.
Hey, Dad, can I go on an adventure, please?
You and your adventures.
Well, you and your stupid club.
No comment.
No.
Okay.
I don't know what club it is, so I don't know how to talk.
Anyway,
Oh, he's trying to start up like some kind of red rocket or super spaceship club. I don't know.
yeah.
Super Spaceship Club. Can that be a villainous team somewhere? We of the Super Spaceship Club will come do nefarious things.
Oh my god.
Also, we were named by a 4-year-old.
I'm 16, mind you.
Yeah. Also, dinosaurs are like super cool and stuff, and we're gonna all grow up and be firemen.
Well, and especially like let's go with the Oras thing. There's an opposing team. It's called Team Standards.
Team
Wow.
Standards is a whole different thing. They have standards.
It's like you do not meet the requisites to be our nemesis.
Yeah.
What are the
But-
requisites for being your nemesis?
It wouldn't matter because they having standards would need to destroy team whatever the hell they're called because they're simply an insult to teams. They have no standards.
Team Hipster?
Kind of, yeah.
Tim.
Then again, if they're based in Kalos, of course they're Team Hipster.
Nah.
But they were into teams really before teams were cool.
So that's what its stat totals will be in RPG Chem.
Donka.
Yep, you're all good. Anyway, so Seth, Neon is going to go try and catch something
Something.
for the sake of trying to trade for that Larville.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will deal with that sometime during the week instead of right now. Alright, so all the rest of these trades should already go. Oh, the only other one is Josh. I'm gonna shoot you a message about this one.
Oh, it's a female Fennel.
Yeah, I rolled for that one.
I figured. Okay, that makes the name choice very easy.
What are you naming it? Should I be scared? I feel like I should be scared.
Maybe.
I'm gonna click on roads. What is it now?
It's not up yet. Don't worry.
Also, I really like that picture. That this fan art is much gooder than the one that the maker actually had posted up. Check that shit out.
That's
It's
pretty
cute.
cool.
It's so cute. I want to hug it. Cassie. It's so cute. She gives me a thumbs up and she's looking disapprovingly.
Nah.
Because it's a water type. It's the horsey. It's not a seahorse. Kingdra's already got that shit on lock.
Kingdra's already got that
It's
shit
not,
on.
Cassie, it's not Horsey. Horsey is Kingdra's basic form, and that looks different.
You said it's a horsey.
It's a
Okay, I will
pony.
give it that. I'll give you that.
It's not a seahorse.
It's a pony.
It's a
So yeah,
pony.
Lamurai is its name,
Right.
named after a book that Rhodes read once upon a time about a king in a faraway land.
You're going with the Arthurian shit?
I saved the Arthurian shit for one reason. It's easy.
And it works for so many stupid things. Like your water horse.
Like my water horse.
Okay. So, for now, what we'll go ahead and say is that all right. So I'm gonna throw this out, and then just you guys can all take turns on trying to add to it or whatever. So what I'm gonna go ahead and say is that since it was already like mid-afternoon by the time you guys got here. Also, hi Suna.
Hello!
Ow, that
Sorry.
was really loud.
Wasn't too bad.
It started maxing out my speakers. So.
Suna, I love you because you want to know what? Every time you come into the chat, you try and injure Matt in new and interesting ways.
It's the same way every time. She's just very consistent at succeeding.
I'm sorry.
Not yet, you're not. Also, what did I tell you about apologizing?
Oh no! I'm just trying to be polite!
Do you hear the sound of fear in her voice?
In the grown-up world, we don't do this to each other.
What world do you live in?
The grown-up world.
We
We're
don't
grown-ups?
apologize to each other's?
No,
he's talking
we
about
do
me
that.
being-
We don't just randomly be dicks to each other for no real reason.
That's not true.
Well, I think we'll just all have to agree to disagree, dependent on
I
social
guess we will.
circles, and we will move on. But anyway,
Not
so
true.
Suna, later, I will send you a link. Go listen to the first 10 minutes or so of the video. Deal with that later. For now, you guys got to a town. It's called Aquafront Town, and there's a Pokemon Center, and you guys scanned a Pokemon called Smackid, and Jean evolved. So the Cresselia like cracked open and is now a Katsunade, which is this thing. And is like 4 feet tall.
It's not showing up on my screen. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's pretty!
Yeah, apparently it's like the sovereign monarch of insects.
Yeah.
It will devour your soul.
No, that's
Except
the
that
candle's
it's
job.
docile.
Souls will be devoured.
That's the candle's job.
Yeah, it really is.
Katsunade's not going to get in the way of that. That department's taken care of. Anyway, so let's see what else. Scout the Sentret evolved into a Furret, and now Rhodes has a Furret Boa.
At all times.
Yes. And also, Doom has come to Orre. Now, that's
So-
just cute.
Oh, it's so fluffy.
As I said, a Furret Boa. Yes, and Doom has come to Orre, because you don't fuckle with Shekel.
Oh god, no, not a shuckle!
And let's see, Seth's character is hell-bent on trading for this larva salamander looking thing. And Will's just traded the Ninpunda he got earlier this week for this guy named Ivy.
Sweet. I wonder what I can trade my thing for.
Well, shoot Josh and I what search criteria you would type into the GTS to see what comes up.
Alright. Let me... grab Josh.
Cactus bat.
I'm a bat made of cactus. I hurt the most to be hit with.
I thought you always were a bat that lived in a cactus, because there are bats that live in cacti, aren't there?
Josh.
Yep.
Josh, you're not on my contacts list.
I'm sorry.
Okay, hold on. I can fix this. Fucking pain in the
Sure you can, Matt. Fix it. Fix it.
Fix it!
Josh, click the button.
Fix it now. Fix it right now. Right now. Fix it.
I
Fix it.
already
Fix it.
did.
Fix it.
Oh my god, click it.
Oh my.
And also, Josh, I sent you a message that you need to address.
Wait, I thought Suna was already on my thing. Uh-huh.
I thought you
Matt?
were too.
I am going to roll some dice. Some physical ones, since I'm not in as DM right now. Hang on.
Okay.
Need to borrow some dice, Josh? I got plenty.
No, I have mine. They have the luck.
For other people.
Yes. Only for others, never for me. They are altruistic dice. That is their name. The answer to your inquiry, Matt, is in fact a yes.
Yay. So, eventually Brandon stops mulling things over, and he sees the thing that he actually gets really interested in, and in fairly short order, he actually puts Kokurai up for trade, and he gets a different Pokeball back. He just kind of looks at it appreciatively. And I'm trying to get the picture of what it is, but my computer's still being fucking slow.
That's when you push the reset button.
I can't, I'm DMing. I mean, I could be like, hey guys, I'll be back in like 5 or 10 minutes, but fucking... I guess to be fair, it wouldn't take that long, and solid state drive is kind of nice. But, okay, so shortly after doing the trade, Brandon says, so, not quite sure what I should name this, what I should name this one. Oh crap, I need to look up its gender ratios and shit. It's 50-50. It is going to be bottom half being female. Ah, it's a female. Okay, so he's like, I'm not quite sure what to name her, and he lets this out of the Pokeball.
Huh?
Not going to use the fan art.
Oh, that's true. The fan art was way better. Save image as.
It's a kitty. That's a lightning
is.
type.
It is called a Shelleros. It is grass and electric.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's interesting.
I am back.
Welcome back. Okay, so there we go. It's grass and electric type,
Oh, that's cool.
and it's about 5'3".
Jesus, you could ride that into battle.
You damn well could. That, like, I think He-Man used to do that. Seriously, you put a saddle on that thing, you could have the power of Grayskull. You'd be good to go.
Yeah.
Battle Cat.
Also,
yeah, Battle Cat.
it is like dumb fast, because
Is it both dumb and fast?
yeah. But like its speed stat is a base 14.
That's a thing.
Yep. But yeah, its name is based off. It's a corruption of Accelerate and Cheetah apparently. But yeah, that's what it is. Grass electric cheetah. So he's gonna walk up and like scritch it behind the ears, and be like, you and I are gonna have some good adventures, and we'll come up with a nickname for you in a little bit. And it's kind of looking around like, okay, like whatever, bro.
Call it Zig.
Oh,
Or
Jesus.
Ziggy.
Did he play guitar?
No, I don't get it.
It's a David Bowie reference. Ziggy Stardust.
Okay. Yeah. I get it now. Anyway, then we lost Suna. Here's my surprise face. Probably happened like right after she said she was back.
GG.
Rhodes looks at it and goes, Jad Balja. Like 3 words. Jad Balja.
Kazuntai.
It's the name of... I read a comic book when I was a kid about a guy who got raised in a jungle, and he had a lion that followed him around, and its name was Jad Balja.
But she's a
A
cheetah.
lion?
Feline is feline.
I would like to say, Seth, it is awesome the way you put the species of your Pokemon next to their names, and especially for Leviathan, which is even better because it's spelled wrong.
It's spelled wrong?
Yeah, Leviathan's with an A at the end, not an E.
Are
Now
you
he goes to
sure?
change it.
That's awesome.
It's even better. Don't change it, because like it's seriously even better.
Because it's got
Oh,
like
yep,
an
you're right.
one.
I've always spelled it Leviathan, like in Athens.
Yeah.
I guess
Well, I just love the combination of an awesome name with best bubbleme as the species, and then it's also spelled wrong. It's like, that's fantastic.
That's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Okay.
The heck was that?
That is Seth trying to have gas issues or some crap.
That's his
Something.
mouth. He does this all the time.
I do not.
You do too.
I do not.
He does too.
You don't know me, Jon
Yeah,
Snow.
we lost him.
Jon Snow.
Timo! And there goes the Tim. What'd you do to Tim, Josh?
Well, I
Yeah.
unplugged his cord from the router.
What a dickbag.
No, I accidentally clicked the wrong tab.
Oh crap! I need to go double check that. Thank you for actually bringing that. Actually, wait. I think I already put in. Yeah, I already rolled for his ability.
Okay, I just didn't see it then. My bad.
Yeah, I put it in the little notes thing below
Yeah, I see it now.
capabilities. Yeah, the little ghost steel is actually like super heavy.
Yeah, it's over 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Wow,
Oh crap!
that's terrible.
Speaking of, so I completely glossed over one of the other things that needed to happen whilst evolutionary things were happening.
Oh, and here I thought you had a plan or something.
Oh fuck no! My plan was pretty much a just sweeping, just take care of it all at once thing, and I missed that one because I was also distracted trying to do trade shit.
Okay.
So one of the other Pokemon that the nurse was like, "Hey, we should let it out of the ball to figure some stuff out." It was Maeve, who no longer looks like this. Instead, I don't have the token saved.
I noticed.
What the fuck? That is not the one that I wanted. There we go. This is quite a bit closer to actually what I wanted. Like, it's almost the thing I wanted. Why is it on Pinterest?
Apparently
I
it's
wanted-
interesting.
Go to your room.
I'm already in my room. Keeping the deadly attack birds at bay.
Yes.
Has someone actually been attacked by the thing yet?
Define attacked.
Well, once upon a time, I had an ex-girlfriend, and she had an African ringneck parrot. I still have the scars from when it decided to take a chunk out of the palm of my hand.
So no, or is too small.
God, I am so sorry.
But I did have a roommate for a while who she really hated for some reason, and she would totally like dive bomb him and try to bother him, and just like she did not like him, and she likes most people.
Yeah.
She's
Well,
scared of
Cassie.
most people, but she doesn't dislike them.
That's because she's a spaz.
Hey, Suna, real quick on your question. How
Yep.
long is Aurora going to spend looking for these things?
For what things?
The search things that you sent him.
Oh, like how long can I look for them?
Considering how long we've been here, maybe like 30 minutes to an hour?
Well, that gets back to the thing that I was going to say of I'm going to make some blanket thing, and if anybody has any objections, then let me know. But since you guys got here like mid-afternoon to early evening, and your guys' Pokemon are going to be being addressed by the Pokemon Center for like at least an hour or so, would the party's plan to be to just crash here for the night?
Well, given that the one person who wanted to drive us fervently forward in a forced march seemingly ran off, I see no reason to wait. Or to not wait, I mean to say.
Rhodes is of similar mind. There's no reason why we can't. We've been doing a lot of training and hard fighting. There's no reason why we can't, take a rest for a night.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, Garglint Maeve evolves into this. She goes from Garglint to Gargrok.
Rhodes, you're my buddy. I hold you dear to my heart. But Maeve just got a lot fucking uglier. Like, Garglint was cute. This thing looks like it's a serial killer wearing some kind of like mask made of some other Pokemon or something.
And if you
He
look on the
shows you.
left
He goes,
side,
"She's adorable. Come here, you little thing." And he actually like reaches down to try and pick her up, and you see him then strain with his full body, like squatted over, trying to pick it up, and he can't. He tries so hard, and he falls on his ass.
P.S. She weighs 330 pounds.
Yeah, Rhodes ain't deadlifting that.
No.
She just kind of looks at him like, "What? Are you a wuss now?" Like flaps her wings and gets up into the air.
Yeah, I want hugs, and by hugs I mean crushing your precious bones.
As it's flying in the air, he actually like hugs it. You evolved, and now you're all armored
And you have feet.
and you have feet. You have little talons.
I just imagine that like this is happening, like it just pans over and Jean's like twirling her elegant bug dress, looking at this thing going,
with her little bow wings.
yeah. Seriously, like that's a good comparison.
Yeah. At this point, Rhodes actually reaches into his backpack and pulls out a book. It is called "Caring for Your Incredibly Dangerous Pokemon" by Gabe Woods.
Wow.
Gabe would know.
I gotta leave
And he turns to the page with Gargrok in it and goes, yours
Don't.
might have a dress. Mine has muscles so strong, if it didn't have that armor, it'd shake itself apart.
Good for you.
Brandon just kind of sits back with Shelleros and his Pokeball. He's like, "Huh, so that's a thing."
Aurora just looks at its pretty mate and just walks over with her brushy and brushes. Brushes.
Just compulsive hair brushing. Oh, this one has a tuft. It must be brushed.
You try to brush Shuckle, it'll bite you.
I don't
Shuckle
think
is
Shuckle
evil.
has teeth.
Goo mouth.
It'll try, damn it, with its one attack. It'll try.
It's like, I'm going to gum you now. Use rollout. 1d6 plus 1.
Actually, no. Rollout is not what it would use. It would use Wrap. Wrap is actually a lot better in this game than it is in the video game.
Yeah, I don't have it. There's a lot of things that are actually good in this game that are crappy in the video games.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
In Red and Blue, rap was amazing. So all you had to do
Well-
was toxic and then raps for days.
Yeah, the glitch where it would accessory. Yeah, no. But in this one, Wrap only does 1d6 plus 3, but it traps you for d4 plus 1 turns and deals 1d12, totally ignoring all your armor and defenses and typing and everything per turn.
It's like Fire Spin.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Really? And you can't move either.
Yes, but if you have a shuckle that just attached itself to you, good luck getting rid of it.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, so there's no objections to just kind of chilling out here at the Pokemon Center for the night?
Like, it's great.
Okay. So,
If I had more money, I'd buy things.
well, you do have that voucher, but yeah, if
Yeah.
any, like I said before, the voucher that everybody got is good for one item. So you can hold on to it. You can use it at any store. It doesn't really matter. Let's see. So, is there any? Sorry, I'm just trying to get something fixed really quick. Is there any bookkeeping that somebody is still in the middle of?
Nothing, like making macros and stuff, but that's not urgent.
Okay. Who's sending me messages?
Me.
Me, because they actually are relatively important.
Dude.
Okay.
I'm a mean person.
Okay, there you go, Josh.
7. Oh, why? Oh, wait. That's... Oh, yeah.
What are you
Okay.
whying?
I thought it was a different result than what we had. I didn't realize I'd
Oh.
only put 7 and not 8. So, yeah. Okay.
Okay, so, here is the thing that comes up on, here, I'm going to delete those. I'll work on the Gargrock picture later tonight.
No props.
Okay, so Suna, here is the thing that comes up as an available trade. Once it finishes loading.
Ugh.
It looks like a baby Zangoose.
It looks like a vampire cat that wants to sell me a timeshare.
He's about 2'4".
Greetings, Kyrus. Are you interested in the Bahamas?
Yes. Have you seen the in-ground pool? That is a creepy Pokemon, I've got to say. It has an ascot, though, which is kind of jaunty.
It matches Kyrus's own.
I may have a preference for ascots. That is none of your business.
Hey, Suna, are you there?
I don't know who she is. She might have lost connection again.
Yeah, well, because I started talking to her.
Of course. We needed her.
Is this thing like dark type, or what is this thing?
Suna, unplug from the... Plug your PC into the router. That is how the internet do.
Doody doody doo.
Well, I mean, you can do Wi-Fi if you have a good connection. I mean, it's
But not with the corn.
the corn.
She lives in the middle of freaking nowhere. She
Ah.
her around her neighborhood is cornfields.
Gotcha.
Oh well, I'm gonna set that aside. We'll get to it. So yeah, it'll be up to her if she decides if she wants to trade for that thing.
I actually kind of like its mechanic.
Which mechanic?
Oh, it's basically an anti-ability Pokemon. Its entire thing is it has an ability that when it uses bite attacks, it removes your ability and replaces it with its own ability.
Yeah, it's a harder to use mummy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Also, it gets a lot of bite attacks.
Yes.
Look at those fangs. It should. Is it dark type? Because if it's not, it
Nope.
really should be a dark type.
Nope. It's
No.
a ghost.
It's a ghost?
It is a
Pure ghost.
Huh.
Meanwhile,
I would not-
Timmy
I would've-
sits jealously.
Yeah, I would have pegged that as a dark type.
I think that may be part of its deceptiveness and its plan.
Yeah. It's like, actually, it's a fairy. Just a really dick fairy.
You know what? One of these days, I'm going to make a fairy dark that is just going to sit there. It's going to be like the vengeful magic Pokemon or some crap. Actually, I should make sure that one doesn't already exist in this. There's Castlot, which is the luck Pokemon. Good luck, bad luck, a little bit of both. I could get behind that one. But anyway, so yeah, I guess we're just gonna move on from that. Figure out if, cause I'm not even sure what Aurora would trade. Maybe Bell or the Chris Ugly.
Well, I'm sure she traded the Chris Ugly. I don't think she wanted it except as trade fodder.
Yeah.
That's very true.
The other day there was just a lot of trade bait caught. Really, like honestly, I had really intended to just stick with the Kokurai on Brandon, and then I was like, in hindsight, this just doesn't fit.
I actually don't know if it would trade that for a Curslugly, but maybe. I don't know. It's up to Matt as acting DM.
Ultimately, I would say it's gonna depend on how she pitches it when she's talking to the person. It may be a thing that happens later instead of tonight.
Ouch.
I know one of those down the road things. Part of me still really wants to consider trying to trade for a Gillidim at some point.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's just so cute.
Anyway, so anyway, I'm just gonna hope that Suna reconnects at some point, and we're gonna go ahead and move on. So over the course of the evening, like you guys get your dinner all set up, and like the rooms in the Pokemon Center, there's like each room has like 2 beds in it and whatnot. And the girls go off to their own, but before everybody splits up, Brand says, If y'all come to my room, what I can do is I'll take some of these field rations. We'll see if we can't make something tasty out of them."
That sounds wonderful.
Hmm?
That sounds absolutely wonderful.
Yeah. So he goes and he uses the little kitchen that's in each of these rooms or whatnot, and he goes and he tries to cook up enough food for everybody, and they have a nice little dinner with a little chit chat, and Pokemon are out having fun in the room or whatever. Except
Yay.
for Nama. Nama stays in her Pokeball.
Well, Nama's the size of the building.
You could let her out in this river.
He could. I suppose.
We'd have a reservoir overnight, though.
Like she's just blocking the river. Like, fuck you. Anyway.
Vengeance is mine.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna have to go through Cheloros's move stuff here in a minute.
No.
Anyway, man, it kind of sucks that Suna's not actually there anymore to deal with this, because so after everybody gets their dinner all set up, everybody goes to bed, and it is about 4 a.m. and everybody feels their bed vibrate, not like a constant vibrate, and not like what happens at cheap motels when you put in a corner. Cassie, shut up. But like you can tell that the whole building just vibrated a little bit, like more of a rumbling or whatnot. And you just feel it through the bed.
Oh my.
Is it like one rumble and then not, and then another rumble and then not, like giant footsteps or something?
Nope, just one single rumble. And okay, Suna finally disconnected. But it reminds you guys a lot about when you were at Agate at that restaurant for breakfast.
I'm gonna immediately wake up and run outside.
Yeah, I think we all need to interact here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also,
Rhodes
welcome
pulls
back,
up
Suna. Maybe. Nope.
Or not.
Yep. Anyway, so when you guys step outside,
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Saying bye to my roommate. Sorry.
oh, okay. So when you guys step outside, you see a few things here. One is the watermill is on fire.
Santa Baca.
Ironic.
Yeah, it's actually just the roof. It looks like somebody must have tossed something onto it and now it's on fire. The same for the elementary school.
So someone's just trying to burn down the town or something?
And then you also see that it looks like if they had tried to throw it at the building, they missed because the grass is on fire here. But you do see that there's a bunch of people on this far side of the fence, and part of the fence is now just like fucking blown off or whatnot. Like they said screw trying to unlock the gate or whatever. They just like chucked a Molotov at it or something and just blew it open.
Did evil timeshare cat do this? Is he trying to lower property values as some sort of elaborate real estate scheme?
He's just kind of sitting over there in the distance.
If you'd have accepted my protection program,
Yeah.
something like this would have been preventable.
Yeah. He doesn't eat your soul. He leverages it so he can basically mortgage it and then feed it to Nira.
Yes. Oh, Suna, are you actually there? I guess not.
Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop.
I mean, your microphone's still muted if you are there and talking at us.
I really wish there was an unmute button,
Yeah, that would be nice.
just so we could mess with people.
Like, hey, I know you were like busy, hitting on somebody, but we unmuted you. You really need to step up your game. Anyway, so pretty much that is what you guys see is going on right now.
Is there seem to be any organized response from the town? Like, are people doing? What are people? Do people just running around screaming or?
This town isn't big enough to like have its own like fire department or whatnot, but you do see that there's, as people are seeing what's going on, they're heading over to, like, heading off to the river and whatnot with like buckets in hand and their pajamas and nightgowns and crap to go try and put out the elementary and the watermill, both of which
Okay.
the entire roof is on fire.
Well, I'm going to very quickly then, because I want to actually start acting. I'm going to very quickly run across from where. Are we staying upstairs in the Poke Center, like as the travelers' quarters or whatever?
Yes.
I run right downstairs, grab into the PC, and I'm going to totally grab Nephthys because she has Fountain.
Okay. Excuse me. So who are you pulling out for Nephthys?
Let's see. For sake of argument, right now, Jean's highest level. Let's swap her for Jean.
Okay.
And plus, Jean has no moves that will actually do any good here.
All right. So Nephthys is in. Jean is out.
No. Because Nephthys has Water Gun, and that gives her the Fountain capability. What's the nearest burning building?
That's a good question. In regards to that, is there anybody who's, I guess it'd be the watermill across the creek. So, I'm assuming everybody is going to have gone downstairs as well, right?
Yup.
Okay. So,
Wait, is there a window I can jump out of?
not off the third floor. I mean, you could, but good luck contributing to the rest of the evening after that. So, I guess pretty much what Brandon's going to say is just like, who's going where, guys? Because also...
I'm heading to the mill. We need to put this fire out, and quick.
I'm heading to the Ekarth and Smack It
Head
Ranch.
south.
Okay. I'll take Nama over to the elementary. Rhodes, where are you going?
If you two got those two handled, I'll handle the Smack It Ranch.
Okay. So off they go.
Do this, Rhodes.
And where's Will's going?
He's just standing there, kind of nonchalant with his hands in his pockets, listening to Salesman Cat over here.
Hey, will it help us get there quicker if I summon Santo Baca and me and Rhodes ride on him to get there? Because I imagine he can have like a run speed.
He has an overland of 6. He's faster than you guys by a solid 20%.
So yeah, let's do that.
Sounds good to me. As
Yep.
they go, he lets out Lamray.
Okay. Oh, did we give Finolt Fountain?
Finold has Fountain since Finold has Water Gun. Finold
Oh,
also has Aura since she has Water Pulse.
Oh, fuck.
Water Pulse teaches you Aura?
Water Pulse. All of the Pulse moves teach you Aura.
Wow.
I do not.
Excuse
That was gross.
That was
That's
excuse
weird.
me.
That means Tentacool knows Aura, or will in a couple 2 levels.
Suna, can you unmute your microphone?
Apparently not.
I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, Brandon heads off to the elementary school. Okay, so when Kyrus and Wills get down to the watermill, you don't really see much of anything going on except, like, again, the roof is on fire.
I will immediately tell Nephthys, try to get that fire out. Water gun on the roof. Get water up there. What? Was that funny in a way I don't understand?
No, a thing that I got sent on Skype.
Okay.
I'm trying to troubleshoot this. Okay, so Nephthys pretty much starts, spraying water gun or whatever out of her face hole. And,
It comes out of that big heart on her
You
chest.
are a
She's just like,
weird man, Matt.
whatever.
Face hole. That's just funny the way you said it.
That's what I mean. Of all the words.
When you guys look down the river, you see the Ma pretty much doing the same thing from in the water, like just spraying great gouts of water.
Basically being the fire barge, just like coming by.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, sup? Heard you need some water. There's Suna.
Yes. Can you
Okay,
guys
so-
finally hear me?
Yeah, it's saying that it's muted, and then when you talk, we can hear it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so whatever. I mean, I'll take a win. Okay, so first of all, you see this giant cat thing?
It wants to sell you low-priced swampland.
Suna? I think she broke again.
you might have broke again.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Now.
I'm here.
Okay, so can you see the cat thing in the middle of it?
I cannot see the cat thing in the middle of the map.
Okay, 1 second.
There we go. Now I can. Now I can.
Okay, so that was the thing that came up as being available for your trade based on your search criteria.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, there's that. But we will address that in a little bit here, because we weren't sure what you were going to even try and offer in return for trade. It is a ghost type. But anyway, so for right now, it's like 4 a.m. You guys went to bed after Brandon helped cook up a nice dinner and everything. And at 4 a.m., there was like some sort of explosion, and everybody looked out, and the watermill and the elementary school are on fire, and there's a fire right next to the Smackhead and Yakarf Ranch, and like one of the gates is exploded, and the Yakarf and the Smackheads are fleeing out of it, and Wills and Kyrus went down to the watermill. Brandon went to the elementary school. They're using their water types to try and put out the fire. Rhodes and Neon went over to the ranch, and Rhodes is trying to put out the fire in the grass.
Oh my
So
gosh.
where does Aurora go?
Aurora heads to the elementary school with her Ralts out Davy.
Okay. So, as far as anybody at the elementary schools or the watermills, it's pretty much you just see there's lots of fire. You can tell there's based on where the fire is the biggest is where you can pretty easily tell where the fire started. But it literally is. It looks like something tossed something onto the roof to start it, because none of the interior of the building is actually burning. Now, Rhodes and Neon, each of you roll me a wisdom check.
Excellent.
If I could find my thingy. There we go. Wisdom check. Go!
Well, you both certainly see it. So on that spot way over yonder, right, because you guys had to pretty much cross the entirety of the village here. As you see that the last of the Smacked and the Yakarf are leaving, there you see a couple of people there, that are pretty much like there's a couple on each side of this, running herd of Pokemon, and then you just see one person in the back, following behind as they're heading off to the northeast.
Oh my. What's the person look like?
Kind of hard to say. It's a little bit dark. Also, they're on the other side of an entire ranch.
That's right.
Should we go faster and catch up?
I can't. Is this place actually like really burning?
The grass. It's one of those. I guess roll me a survival check.
That'd be wisdom, right?
Check.
Yes.
Again. Wisdom. Go!
Get to the thing. Neon, you're not quite sure, but Rhodes is pretty sure that if the fire isn't addressed relatively soon, it's just going to keep spreading and then it's going to become a fire hazard for the rest of the town. But it's one of those. It's going to be a few minutes before it gets to the point that your Finalt wouldn't be able to contain it with your fountain effect.
Got it.
That said, again, this entire ranch, it'll take you a few minutes just to cross it.
Yeah.
And how far off are they?
On the other side of the ranch, they are actually already on their way out of it.
Are they on? Oh, can I see where they are? Like, what if they're writing anything, or do I need to make a perception check?
No, they're on foot and they're kind of herding the Yakarf and the Smackeds, as it were.
We need.
I guess. Not that I can make a snack later, I guess.
I think if we put this fire out, we should be able to catch up to them afterwards. But I'll leave it. I'll let you decide on that. We do our. Because I don't know if our friends will be able to come over and put out the fire over here.
No, by the time they get, am I correct in assuming the watermill and the elementary are much bigger fires?
They are, like the one that you guys are at is a grass fire. They managed to literally miss the broadside of the barnyard. Is what it comes down to.
Got it. So it'd be easier for us to put it out and go than it would be for them to because they're dealing with an actual house fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because shingles, you know what holds shingles down on a roof?
Tar.
Mhm.
Tar.
Tar.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
Indeed.
Question. Would I need to roll a check on this, but would sand attack be able to help put out the fires as well? Because it is technically throwing dirt and or sand on fire.
It would.
I mean, it should help.
Yeah.
Should help.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to pop out dart then. And go for
Okay. So you guys are going to go ahead and take some time to try and put out the fires?
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got the Finalt trying to use water gun. We've got Dart trying to use sand attack to put out the fires up by the ranch. Does Daisy have any ability to try and help put out a fire? Suna?
Did we lose her again?
I'm hoping not. Growl, Confusion, Double Team, Teleport, Disarming Voice, so she does not. I mean, she is telekinetic, so I mean, I guess she could be like scooping water out of the creek and throwing it into the fire.
That would be pretty inefficient, I hate to say.
To be fair, looking at the rest of her team, I mean, I don't think she has much else choice. Much of the choice. Apparently, Ginger's ability got erased, so that's the thing I'm gonna have to go fix. And then we've got Nephthys with Kyrus down there is trying to
Yep.
put out the fire at the watermill. And does Wills have anything to try and contribute there? Tim?
Tim? Is anybody besides Matt and Josh and I, like, here?
I was muted this entire time. Now I feel stupid. I was like sitting there trying to talk, and like you guys just kept talking over me. I'm like, okay, I was getting really frustrated with you guys. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my god!
Okay,
Fuck you
so
guys!
what I was saying was when I was running down to the watermill, I pushed my alert button, my panic button,
Oh.
on my or my Pokedex, and
Look
I have
at you following instructions.
And I have pyrokinesis to try and lift the actual burning stuff, the actual fire, off the fuel.
That is pretty awesome.
That is.
Okay. So yeah, that'll certainly help, in fact, actually. So, how much can your pyrokinesis affect?
Pyrokinesis, so it would be 6 times 5, 30.
Jeebus.
30, so like 30 spaces? 30
Yeah,
feet
it says
of range?
you may target fire up to X meters away. Oh, where X is my con modifier and my int modifier times 5, which would be 30.
Okay.
It doesn't say exactly how much. So I can target up to 30 meters away.
Okay. So, because I believe that a number of these psychic abilities are supposed to be based off of telekinesis in regards to how they affect things, like how much they can affect things. So,
It's an element. Telekinesis would be
psychic. So add your incon modifier, multiply the total by 5 pounds. This represents the weight you may lift and items you may target with telekinesis. Multiply your incon modifiers, then multiply that product by 3 meters. This is how far the target can be. You may not move that target more than one. Some features leave psychic residue. Okay, so I guess I misremembered that. Oh wait, no. Okay, so this represents the weight you may lift and items you may target with telekinesis. Okay, so what we'll say is... Man, this is like so ambiguous and OP.
It's both ambiguous and OP. Damn it.
Woohoo!
Fucking... oh god, I forget you can get probability control.
I don't have it though.
Not yet.
You need it warmer. You're on your own.
Anyway, Okay, so here's what we'll do, and we'll put this into into the house rules for later. But the number of the number of units of things that you can affect is going to just be the int plus con modifier.
Okay.
So in this case, it would be like the number of hexes of fire you can affect, and so yeah, like those would be how many you can affect with your pyrokinesis, and then you would use the same movement things that you would to for telekinesis. You can shift up to X meters where per turn, where X is con or your int. So you get to pick one of those, and then that's how much you can move the fire. Because pyrokinesis doesn't say anything about like making the fire more intense or just diminishing it. It's just that you can telekinesis the fire and redirect it.
Yeah.
So
and on pyrokinesis, it'll be my con times 5.
Yeah.
So that's why I was literally just trying to lift the fire off the burning fuel and just disperse it into the air. So it's no longer burning.
Yeah. Kinesis features function without applying. Okay, without applying your base telekinesis, they replace telekinesis when targeting certain elements. The event that a modifier would be. Okay, so yeah, it is. Okay, so it's just the con. Okay.
And I thought it said int in there, but it's not. It's just con. I must be thinking of telekinesis.
So yeah, like because telekinesis is the only thing that says like how many targets or whatever you can affect. So use that for the number of targets, and then pyrokinesis is just the rest of it. So you can target int plus con number of hexes, and you can move them equal to your con modifier multiplied by.
Okay. So it'll be 6 hexes worth of fire up to 20 spaces away.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you can move them based on
pyrokinesis, which will be con times 5. Con modifier.
That's the range.
Yeah.
The number of spaces you can move them is your int or your con modifier.
Oh, I thought it was I could move it up to my telekinesis thing range.
No, because the range is how far you can reach out with that effect. If you look under telekinesis, you can shift the target up to X meters or spaces per turn, where X is your int or your con modifier. That's the only one that refers to anything about the shift speed, and so that's the one we're going to go with.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, he's like, fuck, I don't need a Pokemon to start putting out fires. I was going to pull it off the roof, and then watch it go out. So Wills is going back to being creepy. So what I want to do then for because okay, so Aurora, Sienna, are you there? Because I heard you talk a minute ago.
I'm here.
Okay, does Aurora have anything she could do to try and help out with these fires?
She hasn't leveled up, so no. She just has telekinesis and telepathy. Let me double check on that. So she doesn't really have much of anything right now that can help.
Okay, which she should have leveled up at the end of last week. We didn't get a chance to do that. And yeah, none of your Pokemon can really help with the fire then, I guess, so.
I was gonna try to see if Ralts could lift up some water from the nearby lake and dump it on the wall there, but it wouldn't be a whole lot.
Yeah,
or dirt.
It's not terribly efficient, but it's something, I guess. So here's what I want to do. Just going from the bottom of the map up. So Wills is going to get a die 4, and Kyrus with Nephthys is going to get a die 6. And I want you guys to figure out how many rolls it takes for you guys to combine the value up to 20. So 4 and so 6 there. Hold on a second. Roll your die 4 for Will's first one. Okay, and the second die 4.
So it's 12, 15, so it's 3
And
rolls.
And then Will.
18. Yeah, so it's 4 rolls total. We get well
Okay.
over on roll 4.
Yep. So it takes you guys about 4 minutes or so to try and put out this fire. With your appropriate methods and whatnot. And at that point, like, you can tell pretty well, despite the fact that the roof is still steaming and whatnot, the fire is in fact out.
Yeah. No further damage is occurring.
Exactly. And so are you guys going to, from there, head to the elementary or to
Yes.
the... Okay. So I'm going to roll... And Suna, you pretty much get a 1 die 1.
You get to add 1.
Wait! I have a bird. I keep on forgetting I have a bird.
No.
Can I try to?
Well, to be fair, we have established a precedent that Maeve was able to try and, like, water spout some of the extra water into the fire when you guys were agate.
Oh, that is true.
Just be super careful. Putting lots of extra air into a fire is a really bad idea.
Alright, well then I'll just stick to Ralts.
Okay, so...
Unless you can hit a critical amount of air, in which point the fire can just literally expend all its energy and burn out.
Yeah.
Yes, but it does that by combusting everything it can combust.
Anyway, so what we're going to do is, if you're just going to stick with the telekinesis, then I'm just going to do the, like, 1d6 plus 1s. Oh, god damn it. So 3, 6...
Which should I roll?
I'm just adding the one that the telekinesis is adding to these rolls. So that's 11 at the end of 3 minutes. Oh, god damn it. So 13 at the end of 4 minutes, and at this point we'll say that that Wills and Kyrus have caught up. And then so you guys can go ahead and add your stuff to this. Well, at that point, that just takes care of it there. Okay, so that brings us then to so that was, so you guys are there for about another minute solid. Josh is going to also roll. Pretty much you get 5 rolls before anybody else is going to even potentially be there. So Rhodes is going to roll a. There should be another one that's. Rhodes is going to roll a 1 die 6, and actually, frankly, since Sand Attack is also an AOE in this one, I guess Dart's also going to be throwing a die 6.
Woohoo! Oh, god damn it.
Way to fuck it up.
Yup. Hey, he's the bug type. He's kind of scared. He doesn't want to get hurt.
Mm-hmm. There's that too.
But he knows Fire Punch, though.
I know, right?
That's a gooey kind of fire.
I know.
He's still weak to it. I mean, fuck, Lapras learns Thunder. Then again, everything learns Thunder in Gen 1. Okay, so that's a total of 4 for your first minute. Roll the next ones.
Yeah!
Damn, okay. So, Josh?
Rolling it.
Get
What?
7. You did double. You got 2 more than I did last time. So you need to get 7 this time. Oh, god damn it.
Seth, what'd you do to me? I'm rolling shit.
So
your
that
fault.
brings you guys up to a total of 10 after the second minute. To be fair, you're already halfway there. So, roll again.
Boom. Armadillo. Oh, you better roll a 6. Hey, there we go.
There you go. Okay, so you guys have the fire out at this point. By the time you guys got that done, the elementary is still burning.
Shit.
But you also see that you also saw that Wills and Kyrus were on their way over.
We need to catch up to those bad guys now.
That's up to Rhodes and Neon. What's their plan going to be?
We're gonna go catch those guys, right, Rhodes?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Okay, so after everybody gets
try.
done with the elementary school, we look up and we see that Rhodes and Neon are running off into the dark, heading northeast.
Boop.
I'm
Just
back at
running
the others.
off.
Or on my Santo Baca, too.
Yeah.
My Yakarf.
So, what's everybody else's response? Because Brandon's gonna like walk around the elementary school and be like, "What the crap?"
Yeah, I mean, I'm not real keen on just running off into the forest.
Bills is gonna try and follow because he doesn't want to leave them alone.
Yeah, if they're running off, there's probably got to be some sort of reason, but we're gonna have a really hard time catching up to them.
Don't worry, I got this figured out.
Actually, hold on. I got a better idea. Before we run off.
Zup.
So about when we get to like here, right?
Uh-huh.
Rhodes goes, actually, hold on. I got a better idea. Go get the others.
Are you summoning,
And then he pops open a Pokeball and pulls out his ferret.
Oh.
From when you guys were up there.
Go get the others. We're going to need Diushan and a few of Kyrus's Pokemon.
I think he was talking to Neon.
Yeah, he's talking to Neon.
okay.
Oh, I thought he was talking to Furret.
I thought he was talking to Furret, too.
He's talking to Neon. Go get the others. Bring them here. We're going to need Diushan and a couple of Kyrus's Pokemon.
You're ruining it!
No. This is the better plan long term.
I know what to do, though. I know what to do.
Are you sure?
Well, apparently he knows what to do.
No, what I was intending to do was when we caught up close to them, I was gonna pull out my Rosiard and then tell Santo Baca to use Vine Whip and thread those guys because it's a range of 10. Or no, thread my my Rosiard. Then he'd thread out as far as he could, and then my Rosiard would throw his thread out as well. So we'd have like 20 range.
Seth,
What up?
you have dual wielding.
Oh yeah, huh?
You can only give one command action per turn if you do not have dual wielding.
But we're not fighting Pokemon.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Not a bad idea. It's just you need a feat before you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't stats at all. Like, I can just see their bios, but that's it.
Who's?
For who?
My Pokemon.
Okay, hold on a second.
I'll go into DM mode and see if I can't troubleshoot as well.
Okay, try clicking on Daisy again.
There we go, all better.
Oh, I see what it is. You got back in under your original account.
That's so weird.
Okay,
Hmm.
To Lily or Belle or
I'm fixing it.
Which I was afraid it was going to happen when you made the new account.
Yeah,
sorry.
at
about
least
that.
it's an easy fix. It's just a couple clicks. Okay, you should be able to access all your Pokemon again.
Woohoo!
Ow.
Okay. So, Rhodes is telling me to go back and point these guys in the right direction.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna
His
hop
thought
off.
is we have a lot of Pokemon with Tracker, and they were right
do.
here.
Wait, this might help me with my Chaser class, guys.
He still can.
I know. I'm gonna pat my Yakarf on the head and tell him to listen to Rhodes. We need help, so I'll be right back. And I'm gonna hop off my Yakarf.
Okay. Fairly short order, since everybody was already heading over towards the towards the ranch. Everybody walks up and meets Neon like halfway there.
Guys, there's like, I don't know. There was somebody trying to light everything on fire, and Rhodes is on his way to go catch him. We need to go back him up, though.
No, Rhodes is still there.
Oh, really?
He
Yeah.
has his Spirit actually, like, he's instructed it to use Tracker.
Oh. I thought you were still pursuing them.
No. If they were
Okay.
gonna commit arson, they'd probably have fire bombs. So, have the Pokemon that track by scent, well, find that fuel
Ah.
and the people it's attached to.
So I imagine we're all together now, though, right?
Yeah, I mean it would make sense.
Okay.
I mean, since I thought you were heading off as well. So yeah, everybody's at the thing.
Aurora will call back Daisy and bring.
Okay, so you call back Daisy and you bring it. I missed the rest of that.
Because I don't think Belle has Tracker.
Wills is actually going to turn around and goes, one of us should stay here and wait for the Poke Rangers, which probably should be me since I pushed a button.
If you push the button, then they're going to be trying to track your Pokedex. If they're tracking your Pokedex in particular, then they can follow you straight to whatever it is that you guys track down.
Oh my, that's good.
That is true.
But Brandon just kind of nods. I'll stay. You guys go. I'll make sure that everything here is fine because whoever this family is going to need to know what just happened.
Yep.
Definitely.
Alright, so does Spirit seem to have got the scent?
Yeah, just anybody who's going to throw out a tracker, it catches it pretty quick. You've got 10
Marie's
10
a
smack
good
it,
one to
and
know.
like 6
Yeah.
people to track. So there's something there for everybody. So, oh dear. So you guys, actually on that note, before you guys head off, he's going to pull the new Pokeball he's got, and he's going to go toss it to. Is there anybody in the group right now that doesn't have 6 Pokemon?
Me.
Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah, Neon.
Neon, Rhodes, Aurora doesn't have 6.
Riley is dressed like a stripper.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, he's gonna toss the Pokemon to Neon. He says, "Take Shelleros. She's quick. Just I want her back afterwards. Make sure she's safe."
I can do that.
All right. Okay, so you guys end up. Here, I'm gonna temporarily give you editing permissions while I keep filling this crap out and DMing at the same time. Multitasking. All right. What? Oh, other way around. Okay. What? Now I'm getting other messages from him. No. You're fine, Tim. It's honestly Hey, Finley. Oh. I don't know why I accidentally clicked mute when I tabbed back over to the game. Yeah, Tim, you're good. It's one of those, hey, thinly veiled thing of the GM doesn't want to have to run his PC through the stuff happening.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, you're all good. So as you guys are running off, it takes you a few minutes. Like after about 10 minutes or so, you guys end up getting to a bend in the river, and well, when I say bend, I mean it's going to be the same map that you guys have seen before, but
It's a very similar place.
yeah. So anyway, as you guys are getting closer and closer to where you know that the river actually is, let's see, start dropping tokens into here.
Drop all the tokens in the world.
Okay, so I'm assuming Kyrus has Aramis out for the trackerness.
Actually, I'd probably use Marie, because she's faster and can see in the dark.
Oh, that's right, she has tracker too.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
How do you tell if they have tracker? What's that under?
it's under their capabilities. I don't think you have any trackers except for the cheetah you just got tossed.
Yeah. I was just curious.
And in case it... Wow, this is actually a lot quieter than I thought it was. Roads with not Scout anymore. Holiday. Wills. Is Wills gonna have anybody out?
Wills will probably have Sean out for tracker.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Freaking, that thing is so mean.
Here's the mean thing.
It can do everything.
I know, it just punched me in the face not too long ago.
All right, and Suna, who did you say you were gonna have out?
Ginger.
Okay. And don't need to worry about Jubilee. Okay, so as you guys are getting a lot closer to the river, and I need to just move these tokens all to the side a little because they're not actually not a single one of these in its hex. Okay, so can you guys hear the audio track that I actually have playing any?
Make sure I have mine turned up far enough.
You can hear
Yes, I'm
the
gonna-
helicopter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Because as you guys get up to as you guys finally get within sight of the river, this is what you see. As you're watching the last of the Yakarf get loaded into the back of this thing.
Generally, cattle rustling doesn't involve giant VTOL aircraft.
Guys, I watched this movie where this plane turned into like a giant robot thingy. It was produced by Michael Splosions.
Are we fighting like Cobra?
Anyway, so the chick there by the helicopter, actually she doesn't even have that thing out at this point. She is kind of, as the last one gets on, she turns around and she sees you guys there at the edge, and it looks like she says something like towards her own shoulder or whatnot. Looks around at these at the other four, and then she's getting onto the helicopter, and it closes up behind her, and it starts lifting off. It's starting to lift off.
And leaving behind all these people as sort of deterrent?
Lovely.
We got this.
So what is everybody's immediate reaction at this point?
Bewilderment that someone would take this much work to steal cows. And
Attack!
Okay.
apparently we're attacking.
Aurora is filled with
Hop on the plane.
determination.
We're gonna be good. I got this. Sean, punch me in the face and launch me at the plane.
Honestly, considering his power, he might be able to do that.
It's only power 5.
Yeah.
That's enough to deadlift my 300-pound Pokemon.
Yeah. So that's the thing.
Tell it to get there, Tim, and punch the shit out of that helicopter.
it won't be able to move fast enough unless it takes several turns.
Yeah.
I thought it could
Okay,
move
so
like.
my question is, so what is just going down the list? What is each person? What is each trainer doing? We got Aurora. So she's pretty much trying to send Ginger in to go attack. What is Neon doing?
I'm gonna. Let's see. We've got. Rhodes is still on my yak arf, right?
No, I
No.
imagine we probably all got off.
Oh.
Yeah, you certainly didn't have enough room to transport everybody.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna throw out yak arf and yell, "You missed one!"
Okay.
He's going to return holiday and send out Agamede.
Okay. And what Kyrus's intentions here?
Perhaps underwhelmingly, Kyrus is going to walk forward and simply look at these people. They're all wearing some sort of uniform, it looks like.
Not really. This
Oh.
is just honestly GM laziness.
No, that's fine.
I
I'm trying
wanted to
understand
walk
the
forward
situation.
too.
Who are you people? You realize the Rangers are on their way. We're going to defeat you. What are you up to?
One of like this guy with the Ninfunda, he's just like, he just says, Rangers can be on their way. Doesn't matter. We're gonna be gone and done with you guys well before then.
We're Pokemon gangsters. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, a little bit. And so what
Yeah.
is?
That proves this to be fairly accurate then. Just that up there.
What is Will's doing?
Well, I'm gonna move up to here. And I'm going to shroud the cockpit and like a bubble around it in darkness.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Freaking Will's is awesome.
So
Rhodes links Agamede.
Okay. Okay, so crap, my poll is giving me a hard time. Okay, so what I wanted to get at is so at this before anything, because honestly, like I'd been trying to just get like what everybody's intentions were, not like
my bad.
movements and stuff.
That would have been my. They were like getting up there, and I'm like, nope, no moving.
So at this point, since the intent is very much to just throw down.
Well, yeah, if they're not going to talk, then yeah, there's no reason not to.
Rhodes is moving for a sneak attack.
You kind of
right out in the open.
Kind of in the open. It's true, I suppose.
Okay, so Kyrus is first at what, a 16 dex?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Will's was, I believe, a 9.
10.
Will's is 10. Rhodes is a 9. What's Neon's dex?
7. Ouch.
Your dex sucks.
Yeah.
So you, just to make sure that your sheet says it correctly, your dex should be a -3 modifier.
Yep.
Okay. All right, and then Aurora. What is Aurora's dexterity?
Her dexterity is 8.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay. All the bad guys have the same, so there we go. Alright, so that means it is Kyrus's go up first.
All right.
Actually, I do apologize. There's one other thing I want to take care of just so it's all done at once. Pokemon speeds. We should probably do that. So, what's Marie's?
Marie, 10.
I should probably do... Alright, Ginger's is a 20, right?
Jeez.
No, Ginger's is 11. Lily's is 20.
That's right. Alright, what is your Yakarf?
1.
Hey, so we know who goes last.
He's a fucking
Nera
tank.
is no longer the slowest.
That is true.
Hasn't been for a
Beating
long
the
time, really.
Lord the
I
bar.
never knew this.
She no longer has any claim to fame other than the range rooting effect and the bias
Besides
count.
the turret.
Okay, what is Agamede's?
Agamede is an 8, I believe.
Okay.
Yes, 8.
And what is Dijon?
4.
Alright, I need to bring these guys up. Move their stuff over here. Ah! Alright. At my ability to type is failing me this evening. Which is funny because I was doing so well earlier. Yeah, tons of crap done. Efficiently. Now my finger's like, hey, bro, go fuck yourself. Okay, so, alright, initiative order as it exists now is taken care of. So, Kyrus, go.
All right. So seeing their what they've got on the field, can I use my trainer action, given that Marie is right at my shoulder and is tiny, to carry her with me?
Yeah, she's already riding you.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I will move up and somehow get desynced from the squares, and then we'll take a command action.
Okay. So, it is then Will's turn. And this would be your move up and cast darkness on the helicopter.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. And there's
Like-
not really any point to marking it. We know where you're hitting.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna yell out to everyone, I'm gonna try and keep them here as long as I can! Let the Rangers get here!
Do you say it in that exact sing-songy voice?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Alright. It is now their turn. Might as well just delete her icon. Which, actually, on that note, okay. So, none of these guys really have any trainer actions. Okay, so the helicopter is in fact still starting to lift itself up off of the, because they were actually still in the sand and whatnot. They were just wet feet, as it were, and it is in fact still starting to lift itself straight up. At this point, it only gets like maybe maybe 2 meters as it's starting to take off. And that brings us then to Rhodes' turn.
All right. As noted, Rhodes links with Augie.
Mhm.
Rhodes moves up, and Rhodes takes a command action.
Okay. Which then takes us to Aurora's turn. Suna, are you still connected?
Maybe.
1 disconnection. 2 disconnection. 3 disconnection.
This takes us to Neon's turn.
If you are in fact there, Suna, send me a message over Skype. Because I would not put it above her microphone having issues right now.
Oh, she rejoined the video call.
Are you there? Maybe?
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, so hopefully by next weekend this problem will be fixed. I'm getting another standard because I think it's because I changed positions in my house where there's like no Wi-Fi.
Okay. So, what is Aurora gonna do?
All right, if I can bring up my roll 20, I can do this. All right, there we go. So Aurora is going to tell Ginger.
No, what is
Move up
Aurora's
as close
trainer?
as she can.
Suna, what is
Oh,
Aurora's trainer action?
Move up closer to right about Mir.
Okay, yeah, 5 is the most you can move, so anywhere in that range.
Yeah, she's only gonna move up 4 though.
Okay. That would be 4. That would be 3. There you go. Okay. So now it's Neon's turn.
Now it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna move forward about right here. And then, can I give a command or no?
On
When
Yakar's
Yakar's turn.
That's next turn?
On Yakar's turn, you give a command.
Okay.
Okay. So, that now gets to the Pokemon's turn.
Hoopla.
The Misquidius is the fastest.
Of course it is.
Uh-huh.
Of course it is.
It's like, that asshole. Okay. So, Misquidius, get in there, needle drain that, fuck, what goddamn, Zubat. I almost called that Marie. I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah. Wow, Marie, you're famous.
One of these things is not like the other. So it flies actually like right over Kyrus's head.
Oh,
Wow,
gee.
that's a thing.
That's a thing. Punch it. I dare you.
Since, Marie is in fact on his shoulder.
Yeah.
And we'll hit.
Ooh.
Yes, we'll hit.
And there you go.
That's a poison type damage, right?
Yes.
And physical.
Yes.
Okay, so physical. That's a very palpable hit there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ah, crap. I'm having the hardest time. And he gets 1 stage of attack, and 1 stage of physical attack, and
Minus one
speed. Okay. And then it is now Ginger's turn.
All right. So Aurora looks at Ginger and she says, "Ginger, get as close as you can to that Nimpunda and hit it with an ember."
Okay, and what's her speed capability? Or her overland capability, I should say?
Her overland is 5.
Okay, so she moves to right here. Is it not letting you move her?
And the
I'm getting about every fourth word there.
Seth, let's go ahead and stop. Suna. Well, since she seems to be disconnecting, I'm just going to do it for her. And so, moves to there. And is in range, so roll 1 die 20. It does in fact hit, and here comes the Embers roll, except I have macros in the way of the macros, apparently. Or character sheets in the way of the macros. And Ninfunda is not going to like that. What was the damage on that? Okay, 29.
Ooh.
Look who's weak to that.
Yep. Still standing, but staggering. Alright. So, next up is Marie.
Marie, ignore that bug. You know what to do. Take that panda down. Use a wing attack. That's why I moved her up in the first place. Is that thing actually on top of Kairos? Is that where my actual token is?
Yes.
Punch it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 passing through, 7 and ending up here at 8.
Okay, so like you went through and then you double backed?
And just spun back around a little bit.
Okay.
That's definitely a hit for 26.
Okay, and
that's flying damage, so it should be weak to that. 4 times weak to that, I think.
yeah, grass fighting. He's out.
That's why I was going for him.
Look,
So
Marie actually did damage!
Well, no, I just love this idea. It's like this big-ass panda with his nunchucks, like, yeah, I'm totally a badass. Little tiny bat's like, I'm a bat, and like swings past
Exit
it.
the side of
Boom,
the wing.
down.
I'm a bat is going to become my motto for life.
I'm a bat. Well, there you go.
I'm a bat.
Smack. It's like, get over yourself, panda. Alright. So, that handles Marie's turn then. It is now the tentacles.
Oh my.
Dun dun dun. And they... Sorry. Let's see. What is your overland? Isn't it like 1? That's what I thought. So it's going to move to there. And it is going to attempt a supersonic. Or I should say is being told to do a supersonic.
Supersonic.
Can't
On the
quite
cow.
Santa Vaca. But it is going to hit the little fire thing. So, roll 1 die 20. That indeed hits. Poor Ginger is now confused.
Poor Ginger.
Oh,
no.
yeah. That Silent Hill wouldn't take that into effect, would it?
Pardon?
Silent Hill wouldn't affect that at all, would it?
No.
Yes, it would. Accuracy modifiers would.
Oh yeah.
But even then, it's pretty sure that still hits.
That's a pretty nice hit.
Yeah. Fuck it, there you go. That's confusion. I don't care at this point. Whatever. And then the other one is going to move its 1 space. Blech. And I don't think he has anything he has an attack range for. No, all of his stuff is 6 or lower. So... Yep, so he's done. It is now Agamede's turn.
All right. There's like, okay, so these guys like lighting things on fire. Agamede, go underneath Neon. Get in front of me. Aim for the engine.
Don't go underneath me. Go underneath Neon.
Yeah,
Okay. And
aim for the engine.
okay.
Doop.
What's the range on that?
10, I believe. Ember is 10. Isn't
Okay.
it?
It's either 8 or 10.
It's 8, but you still got it.
No, he
it's
doesn't, because at this point it's at minimum
Oh,
2
yeah.
meters off the ground.
Oh,
I forgot. I'm pretty sure it's 8, though.
yeah, it's 8 meters.
Okay. Yeah, because I was gonna say if it was 10, I would say that go ahead. But
Damn.
okay. All right. So I would say that you know that it is in fact out of range.
Okay. What else can she do then?
Well, there is a big giant mosquito right here.
Yeah. Kyrus, duck.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll it.
Oh, it's gonna be terrible for rolling. There you go. Nat 20.
Oh.
So that means I roll an additional 1d12 plus 6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Kyrus might be,
No, Kyrus will be fine. I mean, that's
I mean,
what we
other
call
than having
pinpoint
a,
accuracy.
40 damage? Damn.
other than having a slightly crispy mosquito maybe drop on his head.
So
Yeah.
that thing's gone.
Yeah, it just took 60 damage to its 40 hit points.
Yeah.
Blop.
Nice. One for Marie, one for Aggie.
Yep, which now gets us to the unconscious Ninpunda's turn. Alright, and then top of the round, Fang Doom.
Top of the round, I mean Fang Doom.
Fang Doom always goes first in the next round.
Also, Seth, that is the last time you're burping on the microphone. Cover your mouth.
My
Or
bad.
pull it away from the microphone. Okay.
I'm
So,
gonna tell her to move forward, and I'm like, rock throw that tentacle!
is it in range?
Yes.
6.
Well, fuck. Okay. So, do your rock throw. Wait, rock throw is the multi-hit one, isn't it?
No, rock
No.
throw is just a
rock
single.
blast.
Okay.
Just a single rock. Boom.
I don't know if that hits. What is its AC?
I believe Rock Throw is either 3 or 4.
Or
Then you do not hit.
Tentacle has good defense, yeah.
Well, has good special, but
Well, defend says. set.
yeah,
as long as it has a +1 and something.
yeah, it misses. All right, so it is now Yakarf's turn.
Okay. Yakarf, move up and use your Vine Whip and grab this girl right here.
Not attack the water type. Grab the girl.
Grab the girl.
Well, take a prisoner.
Yeah, fair enough. So he
That'll work
moves
right
up
there.
as best he can, which is going to be like right there.
That's fine. He can still reach, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Boom.
Well, you have to measure from the center.
Oh. And then just roll a d20 to see if it hits.
Yep. It's an AC 6. And you grab her, and she does in fact weigh less than Yakarf. So,
Oh shit! Let me just say hi.
Neon, no hitting on the criminals.
I just don't think she expected that.
I don't think anybody expected that.
I don't think I expected that.
Is everybody going to say that out loud? To my kid?
Yes.
Didn't
Why
expect
not?
that.
This isn't an official Pokemon battle. These guys are bad guys.
she slaps you.
The psychic raises his hand. I expected that.
You can read minds. It doesn't count.
Yeah.
There, it's Kyrus's turn.
Well, seeing the situation and seeing what's going on, Kyrus will withdraw Marie and will deploy Aramis to, like, there.
Okay.
And will then take a command action.
Alrighty. It is then Will's turn.
Wills is gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he's just gonna try and keep enveloping as much darkness as he can around that thing.
Okay.
That pirate's got to be freaking out.
Hopefully, that's the point.
Yep. Alright, so it's their turns. This guy's gonna be like, okay, well, fuck this shit, because my Pokemon's out. So he runs to down here, and he withdraws it. This guy is thinking very much the same thing.
Flee! Flee for your lives!
And he also withdraws his Musquidius. This chick is like, this is just going south quickly. I have a tentacle. I'm not equipped to handle this bullshit. And so she's also going to start trying to get some distance. And the other one is, because she isn't trapped, you just threaded her.
Yeah.
So she gets planted there. She's like, fuck this. I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going. She gets to up there. And that would now make it Rhodes' turn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you do in fact get a trainer turn.
That's amazing.
I know.
Gonna acupressure.
Okay.
I get +2 accuracy.
Okay.
What's a good accuracy mark?
At this point, it doesn't matter. Just keep it in mind.
Okay.
Aurora's turn. Oh, unless you're gonna move.
I think he might, actually. Question is which way to move.
I can only imagine what these kids' or these guys' like reaction are.
I really hate my internet.
Completely normal looking kids, all of a sudden superpowers.
Yeah, all of a sudden superpowers.
Anyway, soon I sent. It is actually now your turn, and I summed up what happened on Skype. Ginger got hit with a supersonic, and you did in fact. You hit the Ninpunda pretty hard, and Marie wiped it out.
Nice. Let's see
Okay.
what's next on the list.
So, yeah, right now the other trainers are trying to run away. The 3 to the south are trying to run south. The one up here got grabbed by Yakarf and is like, I don't fucking think so. So she's running away. She like runs
All
right
right.
past Aurora. So what is Aurora's
So-
action?
She runs right past Aurora.
Mhm.
Okay, so she will actually return Ginger,
Okay.
and she'll call out Daisy,
Okay.
and that'll be her turn. And then Daisy's when it's Daisy's turn, she'll do what Daisy's gonna do.
Yeah, we'll deal with that then. So what is Neon's action?
I'm just gonna yell at the girl. You're not getting away.
Okay, so you're just gonna stay where you're at.
Basically.
Okay, Musquidius is out. Ginger is not in the field anymore. Marie is not in the field anymore. Alright. Tentacle A. Like, so she's hollering in command. She's gonna say, let's see. Oh, of course.
I think Rhodes might be. Rhodes is the closest.
The closest, yes, but that's not what she's so so concerned about. Yeah. Spit acid at that stupid cow. Just gonna move up. And...
Stupid cow. That's kind of hateful.
And provokes an attack of opportunity from Rhodes, who promptly punts it. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, about that.
About that. There's no rules for that?
No.
It also didn't
So-
move out of your threat zone.
Yeah, that's true. It moved within.
Okay, so that'll hit.
Yup.
And... Acid. Roll 1 die. 12 plus 6 plus special... plus stab... Okay. 22 special damage to Yakarf,
22 special damage.
which I believe that rock does not resist poison.
It's ground that does.
Yep, so you are in fact weak to that. So subtract your special defense and then multiply it by 2.
Subtract be 7. And then it did 22 damage.
Yep. So 15 times, so you take 30 points.
30 points. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
How's Santa Baca doing?
He's doing all right. Only like 2/3 of his health went down.
Okay. Alright, and so then as far as the other tentacle, it's going to be kind of the same thing. You just go spit it at that statue motherfucker because I don't want it chasing me. So,
The statue.
Shadow Sneak.
okay, you're going to shadow sneak it?
Yeah,
Alright, do it.
just making sure.
So you'll have to move through him.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be able to.
You could go here, because your hex does in fact still pass through him.
Fair enough. Poop.
Okay. So you hit. Roll your damages.
Jeez.
Oh man, okay.
Alright, I am back, hopefully.
Hopefully. Okay, so 27 minus its physical defense. Oh man, that's gonna sting. Okay, so it is in fact still standing though.
Nice.
Alright. Then it is now actually before I continue on much more, I should have asked this before. What is Daisy's speed and what is Aramis's speed?
Aramis is slow. He's 3, I believe. Let me just double check that. 3, yes, Matt.
Okay, 6 and 3. Got it. I don't know why, but I am rapidly developing the worst headache. Okay. Alright, it is Fennekin's turn.
Alright. Augie, don't let him get away. Do-do-do-do-do-do. By the way, how high is the thing now?
Oh, crap, that's right, I need to do that. One sec. At the start of this round went up another 5 meters, so it is now at least 7 up, which the wings and props for that would be at least a meter off the ground. At least. That's actually...
So I have a question. Will's is surrounding the cockpit with darkness.
Mhm.
Is it affecting just the outside of the vehicle, or is it also affecting the inside of the vehicle?
He has to have line of sight to have line of effect,
Okay.
so
Gotcha.
the cockpit is clear.
Ooh.
So that's why I'm rolling for how much this guy's gaining, because he's flying
Gotcha.
by instruments only.
Yeah.
see. This thing was probably started 3 meters off the ground, at least, because they had to be able to load 10 smack it and 10 yakarf into it. Well, then in that case, I needed to have expanded that quite a bit. Because there's no way in hell a helicopter that size. In fact, actually, that's even for a helicopter. Especially a 2-prop helicopter, that thing needs to be like 4 times its size. Now that I think about it. Fuck. Whatever. So it's probably about the prop itself, Josh, is what you're targeting?
Yes,
To?
the prop or the wings.
The wings are probably, depending on which part, 10 to 11 meters off the ground. The props are especially at the top, probably 12 or 13 meters.
Okay, so there's no way that Augie could hit them in any way.
Unless she jumped first and then shot.
Let me check her jump capability. How is your jump capability, you little Finnegan? Jump of 1, so probably not.
Wait, she only has a 1?
She only has a 1.
Well, yeah, you'd think she could jump more than that.
You would, but
A Fennec
Pokedex is very
Fox?
clear on her capabilities. It's only a 1 at this stage.
A Fennec Fox can fucking book it.
Well, that doesn't mean they can jump terribly high, though. Those are very different things.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. I mean, it is a jump measured in meters.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess there's that.
I know that it gets really, really, like, as she evolves, it gets pretty impressive, but right now it's not. Anyway.
Okay. So, what is your command for poor Whittle Finnegan?
Looking at the field. Well, are you making it bigger?
Maybe.
Yep.
Oh, gal.
Much bigger ship now.
Well, and plus it's, I mean, even if it wasn't for the fact that I'm trying to say some bullshit about there's, 10 yakarf in there right now, it is a 2-prop helicopter. This thing's wingspan should easily be 20, 30 feet.
Right.
Yeah. Helicopters designed like this are, in fact, huge.
All right. He's going to give her the instruction, finish him off. Let's take care of what remains of their Pokemon.
Okay.
And...
So, since she has all of Ember or Scratch...
It's going to be Scratch. Pass through right there.
Wait, Scratch is a pass?
Scratch is a pass
It
through.
is.
Scratch is OP. Tackle may hit one thing really hard, but pass means
she
anything
missed.
that you can pass through. Oh,
Yeah,
way to fuck that up.
Yep, she missed.
Alright, so it is now Daisy's turn, and Suna has told me what she wants to have her do. They're like, hey, get in her way, and go and telekinesis her so that she can't get away. And so now I need to figure out what the hell, what is Daisy's capability for speed? Overland 5. And I need to know what the rule stuff is for telekinesis. So she walks right around and her little thing glows. Telekinetic. Except I misspelled telekinetic. Grants telekinetic. Oh, that's right. That's going to be in the Pokedex. I need to open up the other book. Loading, loading, loading. It just keeps on loading.
Loading forever.
Ah, there we go. Telekinetic. Telekinetic Pokemon can move objects with their mind. They can lift things that are lighter than their level multiplied by 5 pounds. So, what level is Daisy? 12. So, 60 pounds. So she's not picking that lady up. But, she can, in fact, still get in the way, at least. Okay. So she's like trying to, I guess, push the lady back with her 60 pounds of telekinesis. She can't lift it, but she can push. So that's her thing, and now it is Bing Doom's turn, who already used an interrupt, so doesn't get to go.
Yep.
Aramis!
All right. Aramis, seeing this tentacle there behind Rhodes, will move up, drawing forth his mighty rapier. For some reason, he's ever gotten to use this thing in combat. And he's going to attempt to use Fury Swipes on the tentacle. But since he has his rapier, if so everyone knows what's going on, it has range 2 instead of range 1, because it counts as a item.
It's mechanically just the training stick.
It is the training stick, yes. So 6 will hit. 85 is what, 4 hits, I think?
House rules. Scatter, he said 85? Is in fact 5 hits, 84 to 100.
Nice. Okay, so as he comes in, he says, "On guard," and he stabs. And I just put in all his strength and everything into the first one. And then he can do a quick slash for another 9. And then a quick cut for another 9. And then a riposte.
That's adding strength and stab and all that.
They shouldn't be adding strength. The base damage is d6 plus 3. And you don't... It only says you don't add strength. It doesn't say you don't add stab. It specifically just says you only apply your strength once. Per target. And the other 2 points is from my class feature.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm just wanting to double check on the scatter thing just to be sure. The amount of times you may target the move is usually specified in the attack.
Yeah. It specifically references strength.
Actually, as far as scatter, it doesn't even say that, so it's going to be from Fury Swipes. Or was it Fury Swipes, or what was it?
Yeah, Fury Swipes.
Okay.
But my point is, it doesn't say only add this, or it just says it's how it works, but only add strength once per target. It's so you can't just, have 100 damage to get through their hard defense or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, okay. I mean, especially since stab is one of the things that doesn't scale super duper well or anything.
No.
But
in this case, it happens to 10 points of damage. So, 29, 38, 48.
What I was going
59.
to say. What I was going to say was that if that's what we're doing, then that means that in the future that's got to be a thing that happens both ways. So if you
on scatter.
Yeah, so I was just gonna say, if you see me using a scatter move and I forget to add that, then it's on you guys to actually, remind people.
Got it.
Yeah. So just to set this scene, though, it's literally this octopus is sitting there like twitching on, or jellyfish, with all its tentacles going on. The lemur leaps down, pulls out a sword, and starts literally just furiously slashing this tiny, like knitting needle-sized sword at the octopus / jellyfish, doing a tremendous amount of damage to it. So 59 is the total damage, man.
Cookie. And yeah, that'll drop it. Because he doesn't resist normal moves. Though, one of the things that we need to double check is your extra constitution damage to stuff.
Yeah.
That I'm pretty sure is supposed to be something that's supposed to be added just once per move. So we'll have to double check
I'll
that
find
later.
it. I'll do all the research, but it said specifically that you only added strength. It didn't reference anything else.
Yes, but the book also never references itself ever, so
That's true because it's terribly written.
yes. So we'll have to go figure that out later as well. So yeah, that thing is knocked the fuck out. Helps if I'm not on the roller. Okay. So then that brings us to Yakarf's turn, who I'm assuming is going to go thread the chick again.
Yep.
Okay, do your d20 roll. Yep.
Boom.
And she's right back to where she started.
Wait. Where was she?
She was up here.
Can I put her like over on this side so it's harder for her to get away?
Nope.
Oh.
You pull her to you is how this attack works.
Okay. I'm just gonna wave. Really.
She slaps you again.
She's not close enough. There's a gap right there.
She slaps you again.
God damn it. Do I have a free action?
Nope.
Oh, fuck.
No, because now we're at the start of the next round. The helicopter at this point flies another 6-ups, which puts it at... oh crap, what was that before? 7. So, like, the bottom of the helicopter is now like 13 meters up in the air. I'm assuming that...
Okay, hopefully I won't have any more problems.
okay.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. I literally picked up my range extender and moved it halfway across the room.
Okay. Well, I mean, you sound a lot better at this point.
Yes.
Oh, I do? Well, then that's a good sign.
As the helicopter gets this high, you notice the realization dawn on Rhodes' face that at this point, no matter what he could do, even if he could do something to bring it down, it would literally spell the doom of everything inside.
Yeah.
And so he cannot do
Very
anything.
Pokemon we're trying to save.
Yeah, and
So he
Will's
cannot do
is
anything. And he
slowly
looks like
realizing itself he's not affecting it at all, it seems like. So,
Out of character, to be fair, you certainly slowed them the fuck down.
it's very true.
They're like, wait, I can't see. She's like, use the fucking instruments. He's like, oh yeah.
Durr.
Yeah. It's almost like they design airplanes to be able to fly in bad weather when there's no visibility.
But yeah, had you been able to get line of effect inside the cockpit, that would have been bad for them. So
That
anyway,
would've been funny.
Rhodes just looks really, actually, kind of a combination of crestfallen and utterly pissed off.
and at this point, what it's just we're gonna go ahead and just write this off because yeah, like you said, they're out of range. The chick to the south is even just going to recall her tentacle, and they're booking it another 5 spaces each. I mean, Feng Doom can in fairly short order catch this one. But it's, let's see, what is Feng Doom's power?
5.
Fuck. Okay. I'm going to just GM summarize fiat whatever the bullshit for some of the rest of this. Pretty much Feng Doom goes and he catches both of these guys.
Oh, Fang Doom, you are so terrifying.
Feng Doom just comes like sliding back up as Silent Hill fades, holds them out in front of her.
Good girl.
Is Feng Doom a girl or did we make it genderless? I forget.
You made it genderless, but I'm calling it a girl.
It's got 2 guy heads and 1 female. I mean, I guess it's the one
Yeah,
that's
but
better.
the ghost-looking one looks female. The other ones just look like a stone to me.
Fair. Anyway, so Feng Doom just kind of holds it up.
What about the fate of this one?
She keeps trying to get away from Yakarf, who just keeps grabbing. Eventually,
And I
Yakar's
assume,
just like,
and I assume he keeps bringing her back, and she keeps slapping me on and trying to run off, right?
If she slaps me the third time,
Yes.
I'm gonna pull out my blooblame and throw it over her head.
Madame, cease your struggling. We will be taking you into the Rangers.
well, I was gonna say after the third time Yakarf drags her back, she just kind of like just stays sitting there on the ground, crosses her arms.
I want to slap her so bad.
Oh, good. You didn't attempt to run away again. I would have suplexed you into the dirt if you did.
Anyway, you guys see the helicopter fly off, and after a couple minutes, you guys you hear what sounds like the beating of wings, and
Is it actually the beating of wings?
yes, yes, it is. And what you end up seeing is two people riding on the back of a Pokemon. Both of them are wearing the ranger the ranger outfits, and I'm trying to find the one I was gonna have them riding on. Fuck. Where did it go? Which page are you on? Stupid thing. Blame doesn't fly. You know what? Actually, do you want your Bloodblame to fly?
Sure.
Okay, Fangdoom punts it into the river.
No, that's not nice. What is
That-
I
Careful
put
what
it
you
on the
wish
girl's
for.
head. I put blooblame on the girl's head.
Okay,
Oh, she didn't
so
slap me. Never mind.
I am posting a link because I don't want to have to go crop this crap out. I couldn't remember which page it was on. They are writing on number 123.
Dude.
Oh.
You see this comes swoop in, skids to a stop on the ground, and both of the Rangers just hop off, like, obviously super fucking practiced at this. Pokemon doesn't even stop. They hop off, just catch their feet in stride. Like, what's going on?
Can I touch it?
No, what's going on?
Bills points to a helicopter that's flying away and goes,
At this point, it's been gone for a minute. For a couple
okay.
minutes.
Well, he's going to say, these guys, and holding them, have Fangdom hold them up. We're loading Yakarf and
Smacked.
Smackhead from the local village over there into a helicopter and just flew off.
One of them like looks off up into the sky and pulls out a pair of binoculars and is looking around.
They went this way.
Actually, that is true. They there's enough accumulated wisdom score between the lot of you. The one that's not using the binoculars just looks at you and he kind of furrows his brow. Towards Santana?
Yeah?
Yeah. That's all.
Yes.
Why would what? Which point he looks at the ones that you have with you, and they're like, he's like, he just kind of like narrows his eyes at them. Why are you taking them to Santana? And at which point one of the guys that Fangdoom's carrying is like, well, I'm obviously not, am I?
Really? Sass? That's what they're going for?
I'm gonna pull up my
I'm going to read
blooblame.
his mind.
He's pissed off and really, really scared.
Literally just says that in his head. Okay, got it.
Well, because you only read surface thoughts.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
Why were you taking him to Santana?
I don't know. I didn't
Then
even know they
who
were going to
hired
take it.
you?
I don't even know they were going to take it to Santana.
Who hired you?
Some chick with black hair. She changed before we got here. She was some snagger saying that we needed to go and get these things out of the ranch and that they wanted help. That the ranch was doing something shady with them. I figure it's fucking snagger. So I didn't go and argue with it.
Why'd you try to run away?
There was 6 of you.
superpowers.
Or 5.
There was 6 of you.
No, there was only 5 of them.
And you never
They're
question
they're
snaggers
ladybugs right
normally
away.
work alone.
Piloting, so there was more than 6, right?
That's true, actually, so that's fair. What was that, Josh?
And you never question that usually snaggers work alone.
Hey, she said that she had over 20 Pokemon that she needed to try and get out of there. She needed help directing them. We figured, why not? Miss Squiddies was fast enough. Pendojo can help, or Nimbunda can help. And then between that and us, we obviously got him here, and it was enough of a pain in the neck trying to do that.
Dirty criminals!
At which point, both the rangers, the ranger that isn't using the binoculars, kind of crosses his arms. He starts rubbing the bridge of his nose. All right, you 3, the ones that had been detained. You're coming with us anyway. We're gonna go see if we can't figure out what's getting to the root of this. As for you 5, he just kind of like he's got this very stern look on his face, and you know that there is a lecture coming. And just to make it short, he just says, "Good job, but just in the future, if there's somebody, how did they get the?" Well, actually, before he gets even to that, he's like, "Good job, but how is it that they hauled these things off?"
A giant helicopter plane. Doom.
Twin prop helicopter.
Yeah.
Next time you see somebody hauling around that kind of hardware, try to not stick your nose too far into it, because this could have been a lot more dangerous than you guys thought it was.
I pushed the button though.
You did.
Oh wait,
And
can I
it
make
led
an
us
int
straight
check?
here? Huh?
Can I make an int check?
Go for it.
Did the helicopter have an ID number on the side?
Also, I'm gonna scan this guy.
Yeah. I already did that.
I am scanning. this thing.
I was actually gonna scan that too.
Yes, it is. It is Generake, and this Pokemon's roar can be heard for over 50 miles away, and it sounds like a massive thunderclap. They fly through thunderclouds, drawing power from the thunderbolts before they can hit the ground. They can store massive amounts of energy and unleash it all on their foes in huge bursts.
Sounds safe.
It's so
Sounds like my kind of Pokemon.
I'm gonna raise my hand.
Well, hold on a second. In regards to Josh's thing, yes, there is a number on it. And with a roll like that, yes, you can recall what it is.
Rhodes pulls out like a bit of napkin out of his pocket, writes down what he remembers as the ID number, and he goes, "That's the ID number of the helicopter."
Guy just kind of looks at it and then looks at Rhodes and like kind of cocks his eyebrow like, well, that'll certainly help.
Does it say 8008Z?
No, from the token it says that it's let's see, YNTN 301.
Ah.
Anyway, so as he takes the note from Rhodes, he just kind of nods. He's like, "Thanks, kid. This will really help."
My hand's still in the air.
You in the back, you get detention.
Can't. Where did you get one of those?
If you have to ask, you're not ready to try and catch one.
I'm ready to catch one.
He kind of shakes his head.
If you think you're ready to catch one, you're not ready to catch one.
He just kind of shakes his head. He's like, "Keep up with your journey. Eventually, you'll find one."
Okay.
But remember, part of the journey is to figure this stuff out for yourself.
Am I close?
No.
Part of the journey is to figure this stuff out for yourself.
Can I pet it?
No.
Oh.
It'll actually electrocute you.
Actually, he's right.
Oh gosh, then Aurora should not be hanging around it. She's holding out her hand towards it. It can smell her hand.
It's not. It's in fact looking around, very alert. This is a very trained, like military level Pokemon kind of thing. It's almost like that's what the Rangers are.
To describe what the Rangers look like, They're basically dressed in like red and black paramilitary outfits, like full jackets, berets, obviously wilderness survival gear.
They look like Captain America, but not Captain America.
Actually, that's a pretty good summary, except then they've actually got pockets.
They look like Deadpool.
Anyway, so he just kind of nods, just like, all right, we're gonna go see if we can't figure this out. And he pulls out, like another. He pulls out another Pokeball and he throws out his own Generate. Hops on, and the other guy mounts onto his, and they take the captives from you in those 4 claws of their Generates and go fly off with them, and none of those 3 kids seem particularly pleased.
Well,
Yeah.
should have thought. Snaggers work alone. They don't hire kids to help out.
Well, see, if you can't go on the sort of Pokemon journey in the season, you have to do odd jobs for criminals, apparently.
And by this point, like, Brandon finally comes up, and he's kind of short of breath. So, what did I miss?
A helicopter.
And he just kind of stops panting. Okay.
Wills retells the gale with much fervor.
With fervor. Oh, well then.
There was a helicopter! Oh my god!
By the end of this, Brandon's just kind of staring at all of you
Why am I hanging out with these people?
like he's just kind of.
He's the one who randomly followed along with us.
To be fair, I invited him.
Yeah, but you would invite, like, Darth Vader if he was here. Like,
Okay. Just because he can do the same thing I can.
So you guys tried to detain a helicopter, arrested 3 out of 4 of the Pokenappers, and got to scan a dragon.
Aye.
Seems legit.
Okay.
Hey, real quick. Is it possible to make like a perception check and see if possibly any Yakar, not like all of them, but like 1 or 2 Yakar for, what are they called? Smackid? If they might have not made it or got left behind that we can take back.
At this point, it's like not even 4:30 in the morning, so it's pretty friggin' dark.
We got Wills.
Well, are you gonna suggest it to Wills?
I kind of not. When I was suggesting, I was hoping that I'd be suggesting it out loud too. But I don't know if we need to make a perception check or anything.
If it wants to be an in-character suggestion from one character to another, make it an in-character suggestion, not asking the GM if you can do the thing.
Okay. Hey, Wills, you should see if there's anything left out here. Maybe there's a few Yakar for. What are they? Skidoo?
Smackid.
Smack it out.
How am I supposed to find them?
You got heat signature senses skills, man.
Yes, but that's anything. But I can go look around for a little bit.
Well, they work as a herd, so they'd be wondering where the rest of their herd is, you know?
Up.
So, Rhodes is throwing out his tracker Pokemon.
Do you need any help there, Wills?
Probably.
I'll go ahead and save you guys a little bit of time. They got all 20 of them.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway. So at this point, Brandon's just kind of like, well, I mean, good on you guys. You got something good done.
Indeed.
Kind of. They still got away.
Was the village okay?
Yeah, we were all able to make sure that the fire stayed out. But yeah, part of that hill is well, it's gonna have a high carbon content for a little bit, so maybe they'll go plant some flowers or something. The school, the guy that built it said that he'll go and take a look at it after the sun comes out, but he's not going to be able to tell if or how bad the school or the watermill got hit until then.
My question is this: if they were trying to save the Pokemon like those guys said they were, why did they have to burn down the school as well?
That's probably the best evidence we have that they weren't trying to save the Pokemon.
Distractions.
Indeed, it was a distraction.
Only thing I can think of that makes sense. The big question is, what is it that they possibly get out of having an entire herd of Pokemon, really? I mean, what are they planning on doing with that?
Yeah, it seems an odd choice. Neither rare nor particularly valuable, I wouldn't think.
Except to the local family.
Well, yes, of course. I didn't mean they weren't of value. I meant if one was going to try to sell them or use them for some nefarious purpose.
The only thing I can think of is, I don't know, I mean, it's a shot in the dark, but aren't both breeds fairly strong?
They
could
are.
be used it to move something. Just like
Yeah,
that
but
family was.
I mean, to be perfectly frank, though, if they've got the kind of hardware for that helicopter, you think they could have a bulldozer. Or a tractor. Or any one of a number of other things.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
machines are obvious. Machines in the jungle are very obvious. If you're
Oh, okay.
doing,
Something covert.
yeah,
Maybe.
doing something and you don't want anyone's attention, having a Pokemon's probably the quietest way to do it.
Or maybe that was the limit to their supplies.
Maybe.
Either way, if you guys are right, then that means that there's something going on here that they need setup for, right?
Sorry, but that accidentally closed my window instead of minimizing it.
Seems to be a common thing.
Anyway, so what Brandon said there was, either way, I mean, even if if any of this is right, doesn't that mean that whatever is going on here, that that means that they're doing this for the sake of setting something up?
Seems likely to me.
What the heck would they be after then?
No idea. At least I don't. Well, I mean, there's nothing else we can do out here. I guess we'll go back and talk to that family, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to go back to bed after all that.
Indeed.
That's true. Hang on a moment. He actually kneels down next to his friend. So, you got all the sense here?
It nods.
Think you'll be able to remember him?
That's a good question. I don't know. I really don't. We'll have to figure that out later.
He basically just scratches its head and goes, "Good. If you smell anyone like that, you let me know."
Which actually, so there's Wills, roll me an int check. And tell me what you get.
$20.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
So you're thinking back and you're like, what the crap is going on here? I don't know. And despite the fact that it was all dark and whatnot, because honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot that you had like that whole see through the dark crap, because you can do too much.
It's only getting better.
Shut the fuck up. I will cut you. Anyway, as kind of like an afterthought, you're thinking back to all of this shenanigans and whatnot, and
You okay, Matt?
That also makes sense. So Will's gonna go, I knew I recognized her.
Pray tell.
That was the lady from the sewers.
Of course.
Well, I think that confirms it then.
Ooh, she's
Got ourselves
lucky I didn't
some
get
sort of
my hands
criminal
on her.
team or something happening here.
She's a terrorist.
Sorry, that was an OOC laugh, not an IC laugh.
But she keeps blowing stuff up.
It sounded like you kind of stopped mid thing there, Suna.
Oh. She said, well, they keep blowing stuff up.
Which does constitute terrorism, you're right.
Yeah. Well, that all depends. Terrorism is to try and scare people. Think about it this way: if she was blowing something up this time to try and get something, what was she trying to get last time?
That's true.
This is just getting a little worse. Where did they head to? Do you know?
The next town.
They flew off in that direction, towards the next town.
Or near it. Who knows? They can always...
We can't say where they're landing, but...
Yeah, I mean, I kind of wanted to say best case scenario they stop in the town, but I don't think there is a best case scenario. Well, we can't do anything about it here on this beach. Let's all go to bed, guys.
Yeah.
And at that point, Brandon's just going to walk over and nudge Neon. He's like, hey, can I get that cheetah back? For the shell house? Yeah, thanks, man.
Mm-hmm.
Puts her away and kind of just hangs his head, stuffs his hands as far into his pockets as they're going to go, and he goes walking.
Indeed.
Oh my. Well, I'm gonna let out Shiver and Rosiard, and then hop on Yak Arf and let them all be out of their Pokeballs for a minute while we walk back.
Okay.
Aurora's gonna be hugging Daisy and telling her, oh, you got the bad guy, you're such a good waltz.
I'm gonna keep Fang Doom out, actually, for a while, and just walk back to the town and be like, thank you for helping, you did awesome. I'm just gonna walk by it. And as we get close to the town, I'm gonna withdraw.
Okay.
It's okay, Fangdoom. Even though you're literally made of hate, we still like you.
Well, I still like her.
And to be fair, I have no evidence she's made of hate. He just punched me in the head that one time, and it really sucked.
And she punched me in the head, too, don't worry.
See,
You
that's
are
a lot
now
of hate.
head wound. I hereby declare you head wound brothers.
Sort of like blood brothers.
Yeah,
Yes,
kinda.
but by mutual concussions.
Monkey punching.
Yes, exactly.
Alright. So, I guess with that said, that's where we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for this evening. And then that, as far as like any event stuff that I had planned. So I'm assuming that like what the group will probably do then is like next morning after making sure the town is okay and whatnot, hit the road again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure like nobody wanted to stay in the town for a day or whatnot. Anybody that I don't think anybody took any. No, Yakarf took a hefty hit.
And Marie got hit as well.
Did she? Oh, that's right, she did. I just in my head, I'm kind of at this point where it's like, if Marie takes a hit, she just goes down. Which
Marie's
I don't think
not
she ever
as rude
has.
as some people. Like,
It's because she's a Zubat, and I'm just used to that's how they operate.
Because let's face
you're
it, that's
kind of
how they
forgetting
operate their entire lives.
the fairly good defensive typing and marginally okay defensive stats.
Oh yeah, Flying Poison is one of the best in the game. What? But yeah. Anyway, so what we'll go ahead and do is just if anybody does want to get anything purchased, we'll go ahead and cover that just during the week. Again, anything. Like I said, if you weren't there for the beginning, go back and listen to the first 10 minutes of the episode. I cover some things that I want to make sure everybody gets done. And aside from that, unless somebody has something that they want to bring up, then I think we're good to go.
Suna, this would be your time to bring it up.
My Pokemon raid that he had,
I cannot understand what you're saying.
and let me see. Hold on.
Like, you're coming through okay now.
Okay, this was what came up on her, Aurora's trading thing.
Yes. Which,
And
yeah,
she was
that's
either
what
gonna
came
try
up.
to
You have to... Go ahead.
She was gonna try to trade Chris Ugly or Lily for it.
Or Lily? Which one's Lily?
Her Kuro,
The bunny.
Kokoro.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
there you go.
Yeah, that they would much rather go for the Kokurai over the bug type.
All right. She will trade Lily.
Okay, I will work on building that token then. And Lily goes for a trip.
Goodbye, Lily.
Fuck you. I mean, I miss you.
She was good, but she kept on getting killed all the time.
She was good, but she couldn't survive the lethal conditions I put her in repeatedly.
Alright, but anyway, so yeah, we'll deal with your new ghost cat.
Don't worry, I'm sure it just wants to sell you a timeshare.
Yeah. Anyway, so just to close us out, ladies and gentlemen, here now that I've shifted the map. So we now know what happened in Aquafront Town, and now the adventure continues.
The adventure continues.
Dun dun dun. All right.
Onwards.
Have a good night, everybody. Josh closes
Night,
out.
guys.
Closing out.